I got the torch, we about to burn down the thrones. We need a change, look at the war that we live. Look how the evil is grown, all the innocence lost. We need a new beginning, man, the vision is off. We need to wage war, yeah, we need to rage on. I'm here, war boots, I'ma buy a pair. No suits, just fighters here. Grassroots and some riot gear. I'm still fly like a pilot chair. Brave hearts never die in fear. I ain't a stranger to the danger. I'ma live and I'm dying here, yeah. So I'm looking up more, cause I know what I'm up for. Cause we need a change, and I'm starting an uproar. Yeah, we starting a ruckus. Yeah, we starting a ruckus. And nobody can stop us. Yeah, we starting a ruckus. And the city is ours. We starting a ruckus. Yeah, we starting a ruckus. We starting a ruckus.
Can't tell if Kelly has a code.
Kelly.
Hello, Blue Jay fans, and welcome to the postseason. Patrick Meyer here with Josh Gibson for this football game, first round postseason between the Bondurant Ferrari Blue Jays and the Fort Dodge Dodgers. Looking for an exciting game here tonight as both teams kick off the postseason. Blue Jays coming in 8-1 on the year, and the Dodgers 7-2.
Please welcome onto the field.
So we just about 6 minutes from kickoff here.
Definitely should be a good game. You've got two teams that realistically a couple years ago you would have never thought would have matched
Never
up.
play.
And then the addition of the new class puts us together. They've always kind of been on the smaller end of the biggest class, and we're kind of working our way up on the bigger end of 3A, which is now kind of turned into those two, the bigger 3As and the smaller 4As. And so that's what brings us together tonight.
Yeah, definitely not one of the traditional matchups that you've ever seen before. So be an exciting game here as Fort Dodge makes their, I think I heard their first trip down to the Metro, even though since they're not in the class with all the Central Des Moines teams.
Looks like Ames and Marshalltown was about as close as they got this year.
So welcome down to the greater metro area, Dodgers. As we step aside here for the playing of the national anthem, we'll be right back. All right, 4 minutes coming till kickoff. We should have a coin toss coming here real soon, but really on paper, a game between two fairly statistically equal teams. Fort Dodge passes a little more than Bondurant, but overall total yardage pretty similar, relatively balanced on both fronts. Two exciting running backs statistically to look at. Bondurant bringing in Titus Cram and third overall with 1,188 yards, and John Presswood for the Dodgers is fourth overall in yards with 1,133. So very similar stats when it comes to yards, and definitely could imagine both teams are going to look to control the ground here a little bit.
A little bit different style as far as offense goes. Fort Dodge does tend to spread you out a little bit more 3-4 wide receiver sets, and they do have a couple pretty nice wide receivers that they like to hook up with, and then like you mentioned, they've got the running back in the backfield who's who's a pretty sturdy young lad there. He's going to be tough to tackle tonight, and that will probably be one of the keys for the Blue Jays, is not allowing him to have any big runs. Also seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield. When you look at their defense, they're a little bit more of a 3-4, 3-5 type of look. We'll kind of see how they adjust to Bondurant's offense, who sometimes kind of morphs in and out between a power run versus a spread type of offense. See if they try to kind of follow that blueprint that Indianola and Norwalk has used the last couple weeks, and that's really been taking away our inside run and pushing everything to the outside. Those two teams had a little bit of success there. Titus he had good numbers, but not some of the numbers that he had in previous weeks. And then an inside source that knows Fort Dodge pretty well tells me that they've had a lot of turnover and penalty issues this year. So that'll be one thing that they'll definitely have to avoid if they want to give themselves a chance tonight against the Blue Jays.
Yeah, very much so. Watching some of the games, I noticed that their passing sometimes is more of the jet sweep type, but instead of going behind and being a handoff, it's the little drop off right in front of the quarterback. So, high completion percentage on that. But Carver trusts his receivers to go up and get it, so he'll hang it up there. And overall, statistically, it seems to be working pretty well. But he does have a fair amount of interceptions to go with that, because, you got to have your guy out jump the other guy.
16-12, I think, TD to interception ratio.
Yeah.
Offensively for the Blue Jays, I looked at them. Continue to be balanced. We've got Cram, who's third or fourth in rushing. You've got Colby, who's number 5 in QB efficiency. And then you've got Meyer, who maybe doesn't have as many catches or yards, but he does have the touchdowns and the big play makeability. Yeah. So maybe spreading the wealth a little bit tonight. Getting Porter in there on some series as well with his hard running. Should be a good night.
The Dodgers won the toss, and they'll receive. Titus Cram to kick off. Third in the 4A in touchbacks. And that one is going to be fielded at the 1. Bringing it back out to the 20, and he's brought down right at the 20. Brock Turner went high, and I think Eli Larson was the low guy. So Dodgers will have it first down at the 20.
It was nice to see good coverage there to start the game, because we've seen a few chinks in the armor on the kickoff coverage, and normally we don't have to worry about it because Titus just puts the ball in the end zone.
Right.
And Fort Dodge does have, I think Jondal has got 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns this year, so definitely a concern and want to avoid getting him the football.
He brings speed. It's definitely a concern there. Dodgers open up with a heavy backfield.
And diamond formation.
Presswood goes counter to the right and gets by Cram. He's all the way out to the 50. It looks like he's pushed out of bounds. They're going to say at the 47. So gain of 27 on the first run there by John Presswood.
Well, I didn't watch all the game film, but
I didn't see that.
I didn't see that. I did not see that in the three games that I looked at. So the Dodgers coming out with a little bit of a wrinkle and going tempo here.
Blue Jays switching to heavy here. Nickelback coming off. Presswood with the ball again, going up the middle, and he's met at the line of scrimmage and driven back.
And you did see that the Jays were bringing Falsgraf off the field. I think we kind of started in our nickel package there, not expecting Fort Dodge to come out in that type of formation with 2 extra guys in the backfield.
So 90 Ulrich is usually lined up at fullback, but I think is that Egley, the other one? Presswood trying to get out to the side. Picks up about 7 on the play. Larson and Meislin on the tackle. Another good run, though. And we really haven't had a lot of teams have success running the ball against us.
That's about the most success we've seen so far, really, just where teams line up and go straight downhill at you.
But they're bringing a heavy guy back in there. I mean, Ulrich's normally the fullback. Egley's a pretty tough guy as well. Presswood takes the ball right up the middle, and he's going to be real close to that line of scrimmage.
About a half yard short, maybe, judging or going off of this referee's mark here. Kind of
They keep creeping forward, yeah.
He might be adjusting to the other official.
Yeah.
They're a half yard short. Looks like the stick is past the line. This one's just a little bit short.
So brings up 4th and short.
Maybe a foot.
Big play here to start.
Wouldn't surprise me if you see the same exact play.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would try something different. Try to draw them off sides there.
Dodgers look over to the sideline. They got these big play cards to help give an idea what they're doing. And they run it up the middle with Presswood. He's going to have the first down. Picks up about 2 on the play.
I was definitely not expecting the Dodgers to come out with this, but however, I like their game plan. Coming into today, the weather was not very conducive to throwing the football. You were going to have to run the ball. Now, the weather has gotten better, and I think it shouldn't deter the throwing too much tonight.
It almost looked like a false start, but who's got the ball? Oh, up high, Titus Cram on the
It's going to
tackle.
come back, though. I think you're going to have a hold on the edge. Going to have a hold over right in front of Fort Dodge's sideline.
So Jake Erickson was the ball carrier.
Looking at the replay, that's kind of a tough one too, because he just drove him straight to the sideline.
Where was the call?
It's the right tackle, I believe. He essentially just kicks out our defensive end and just keeps pushing him to the sideline.
Okay, and they do pull quite a bit as well, but right now they're just trying to outman the Blue Jays. They're going to give it to Presswood in the first and long. Somebody went for a little ride there.
He is a little like Jerome Bettis. He's a load.
And he not a real tall guy, so
no.
you're going to have a hard time getting lower than him.
Yeah, they list him at 5'10", 190, and I'm not so sure.
Hey.
I don't think he's 5'10", and I don't think he's 190.
You're thinking 5'8", 210?
That sounds
That's what it feels like probably.
Yeah.
Oh, big stop there. Harms meets him in the backfield. Gets some help from Larson and Powers to finish it up.
Well, like I mentioned, my inside source said they've had a problem with penalties, and the penalty really put them in a bad spot here because they were looking at 2nd and 2, and then that penalty puts them at 1st and 20. Now they're looking at 3rd and 18, 19.
So we bring in a nickel, Falsgraf in, Reha out.
Going to have to throw the football here.
Still only lining up 2 receivers.
Probably going to take a deep shot would be my guess.
Carver looking deep. Has a man. Barkema's in good position, and I don't know if he was out of bounds. He caught it.
He caught it, but was out of bounds. That was a really nice job out of Tyson. Just kept forcing him to the sideline. Gave him no room to catch the football.
Javion Jondal, the intended receiver.
Good technique right there.
Yeah. Just kept taking space, but also didn't put him in any chance of a position for a pass interference.
And the other thing that we saw out of Fort Dodge there I think is pretty smart that I'm not sure why other teams haven't done is they left backs in the block.
Yeah.
Take your one-on-one shot, and then you got to protect the quarterback. Bonnarant is 2nd, I believe, or 1st in sacks and TFLs in 4A.
Yeah.
Because we got a couple guys that come off the edge that are pretty good.
Well, Turner's, number 4 in tackles for lock, number 2 for sacks. Yeah, he's in there a lot, and along with Powers and Meislin. So that punt was out of bounds, and the Blue Jays are going to take over at the 19-yard line, their first possession. So definitely an interesting first drive there for the Dodgers as they went.
Yeah, they ends up in a punt, but they definitely got themselves a little bit of momentum.
Blue Jays start out with their 2 fullback set, and they look to pass out of it. Get it to Meyer. Meyer makes a man miss. He's up the sideline, and he's out of bounds at the 35-yard line, gain of 15 on the play.
Well, that's one thing we've seen with this formation, that ability to run the football. You got 10 guys in the box, so you have to commit guys. And then what ends up happening is you get one-on-one with Meyer on the outside. Now, what you can't do is play off 7 yards.
Yeah.
Because they'll complete that almost 100% of the time.
Well, and that was Amaris Harris over there. Harris likes to lay the lumber on the hits, but if you miss, there's nobody there. Cram takes it, gains about a yard on the play.
Right, and that's the other problem is now you're one-on-one and you're far off of him and you got to tackle him. And we've seen that guys have a difficult time tackling Nolan out in space.
Lynch and Mosley on the tackle there for the Dodgers. So you're seeing the three guys set on the line, and then one of the 5 linebackers tends to blitz or play a rush defense, essentially. Collison looking to pass now to Meyer again. Harris comes up, misses the tackle, and Meyer picks up the first down out of bounds at the 49.
So we didn't learn from the first time. Maybe we'll learn from the second time. You're not going to be able to play defense like that. It just will not work. You have to somehow roll that corner up a little bit tighter and give him a little bit of help with the safety over the top, which then makes it tough on the inside run.
Cram, guys, get to the left. He has a hole, and he's going to pick up 7 on the play.
That looked pretty good right there. Pretty nice job blocking out of the Blue Jays.
Prashawn Mosley on the tackle there. Those silver on white jerseys, a little hard to pick up the numbers.
Yep. And this is one thing I definitely wanted to see out of them tonight is reestablish that run game in between the tackles. And they're doing that by bringing in an extra fullback here, giving them a little extra help in the blocking.
Which is not an unfamiliar set for us.
Nope.
We have a few different things. Collison looking to go deep. Myers one-on-one, but that ball was out of bounds.
No, didn't have much of a chance of that. That was pretty good coverage right there.
So it's going to bring up 3rd and about 3.
Probably should have just stuck with the quick one if that's what they were going to give us because he was still playing off.
Yeah. I'll take 15 yards every reception. I mean.
Yeah.
Meyer to the right this side. Cram still in the backfield behind Collison. Hands it off up the middle. Has a little hole. He's going to be real close to first down. He's pushing ahead, and I think he's got it by 2 yards now. Gain of about 5 on that play.
Well, and the other thing about being able to develop that run between the tackles, it is going to open up our play action pass. And so we'll be able to find guys down the field more open than what we maybe have in the last couple weeks because they're going to be so drawn in on the run. We keep doing this with some success here a couple more times, and I think you'll probably see that for a big play.
Collison going to pitch it out to Cram. Now Cram trying to get to the edge. And good open field tackle by Ben Egley. Going to be a loss of a yard on the play.
I don't like to give him too much critique there, but I think he could have kept that one inside and had a nice little lane. Tried to bounce it when he didn't need to.
Egley with a good double leg.
Of course, 42 was filling there as well, so he really didn't have a whole lot.
Two fullbacks set to the left. Meyer wide left. Collison play action. Has Meyer going deep. Ball might be a little overthrown, and it is.
Well, there was that play action I was looking for. I think he did have Caskey and his missing finger over there in the flat.
Caskey 9 3/4.
But he was looking for the home run.
Yeah. And really wasn't in a bad position. Meyer had the inside route, just let the ball go up a little high. You know.
Pretty good coverage all around there for the Dodgers.
But it also keeps those defensive backs honest.
Yep.
So 3rd and 11 now. Cram takes the handoff, looking to go right side. Lead block by Reha. Cram makes a break. He's going to be down at the 20 for a Blue Jay first down.
Looked like the Dodgers were not expecting a run there, but that was a massive push out of the offensive line. Everybody just gets driven back.
Reha pulled from the backside with the lead block and had to get 6 yards downfield to find somebody to hit because the right side just pushed right on down. So first down at the 20 now. Hand off to Cram up the middle, trying to get to the left side. Has a little bit of a hole. Going to fall forward. Try and see who was low on that tackle. Number 90, that's Ulrich.
Pretty nice job there out of the Dodgers, filling on that run.
Brought down the play by number 90, J.C. Ulrich. Cleaned up by number 30, Ben Egley. 2nd and 7 for the Blue Jays.
So we're going to have 2nd and 7. Blue Jays staying in the same format with the two fullbacks. That's Caskey and Powers up there. Collison looking to pass, has Meyer at the 10. He turns upfield, and he's going to fall at right at the 10, which is going to put us real close to a first down, I think just shy.
Now there the Dodgers kind of moved their outside linebacker out a little bit farther to give that help underneath. which also then, if he does catch it, gives you another tackler there immediately. Pretty good adjustment there out of the Dodgers.
And we got a official timeout for a measurement. We don't get that a whole lot.
Oh, I don't think it's a
No?
well. Yeah, it is. Okay.
It's time to pump up that best chain gang in the 4A, I hear.
Well, that's what they say anyway.
That's what I said. That's what I hear. And he's looking really close at it. First down, Blue Jays. Boy, I thought he was going to get down all the way to the ground there for a second.
It was that close.
So first down at the 10-yard line, essentially. I think it is just shy of first and goal. I don't know that you could physically get a first down.
Well,
in there,
I think
but-
it's first and goal.
Oh, they are going to say first and
Yeah.
goal. Okay.
Yeah, if you get to the line, then it's first and goal. And they're barely to it.
Two fullbacks to the right, crammed behind Collison. And Dodgers way offside.
Probably 8th, 9th time we've seen Colby do that to the opposing teams. Take a free 5, especially down here where yards are even harder to come by.
Vrew took a shot on that, our center, so he went for a little ride. He might get a little angry. We'll see what happens.
Probably got 3 or 4 guys to jump off there.
Cram looking to get up the middle. Kicks it to the outside. He's going to take it in for a Blue Jay touchdown. Titus Cram, 5 yards.
Really nice drive there out of the Blue Jays, 80 yards. A lot of power run, mix in with some quick hitting passing and good catching and running out of Nolan. That's the type of drive you want to see coming out first round of the playoffs. Just set the tone right away.
Reed Falsgraf in for the point after attempt. Tyson Barkema the holder. Snap is good. Kick is up. And it's good. Blue Jays take a 7-0 lead with 4:44 to go in the first. Yeah, real solid drive there. Like you said, 80 yards. 37, I think, in the air.
Yep.
So 43 on the ground.
Really didn't make any mistakes on the drive. No penalties. So excellent start. We'll see here if Titus can put the ball into the end zone, maybe avoid kicking the ball to Jondal here.
You know, looking at those flags, the wind has maybe kicked back up a little bit.
Yep.
So it's coming out of the south into the north, so Titus is kicking into the wind, which might be enough to make a 2-yard difference between fielding it in the end zone and fielding it at the 2.
And he is second or third in the state in touchback, so we know he's got the leg power to get it there.
He was third, but I'm not sure that's fair because we've had a few other kids kick off too at different times, some of them out of bounds. I believe it's Jondal and Vidraska back. Cram with the kick, has a little more leg into it, and it's going to be, boy, that might have left the end zone.
That looked like it hit about the white line.
So no wind issues there for Titus.
He doesn't care how hard it's blowing.
No kick return is the best kick return, and Dodgers will take over. First down at the 20-yard line.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if they come out in the same type of look, come out in that diamond look and try to play a little smash mouth football. They definitely had some success with it until the holding penalty.
Jondal's high. So we got 3 receivers out here. So we got Vidraska over here, and 81 is Grant Williams. Vidraska in motion, and he takes the sweep. A lot of people over there. I don't think he's got a lot of room. He's going to be pushed out of bounds. Might be 4 yards short of the marker. Blue Jays going to bring in Nickelback this time.
Jays typically do a really nice job of stretching any kind of jet sweep or lateral run, pushing that thing all the way to the sideline. You end up running out of space. And that was definitely a case right there.
Technically, that was a pass, wasn't it? I think it was in front of him.
It depends if he hands it off or if he actually pitches it. I don't know if.
Boy, I'm going to call it a run. And we got a stoppage here. Timeout Blue Jays.
For the Blue Jays.
Timeout on the field, Blue Jays.
Must not like the way we were lined up.
Ended up loss of about a yard or two on that Vidreska run. So going to bring up second and long 11.
A little surprised that they didn't try at least one time, maybe twice, come out in that diamond formation and try to run a little bit, but came out with the jet sweep. Looks like now they're going back to spreading it out. They must feel like the wind is not enough of a factor to prevent them from throwing it.
So nobody on our team motioned or went with the motion guy. I don't know if that's what they wanted to change up. But.
Well, you probably need to make sure he's at least covered up.
John Doe is the receiver up high. You got Williams and Opandi, the two receivers near side, and I think Vidreska's in the slot up high. Williams in motion. He's coming back over. Yeah, there looks like the adjustment we were making is to see if we're man on. And now Carver looks over to the sideline to look for his NFL signs over there. Vidreska in motion, coming across the side. Carver's going deep, has a man, and good defensive breakup by Tyson Barkema. Had Jondal, and Barkema came in at the last minute to break that up.
I thought for a moment there the back judge was going to throw the flag. He was kind of reaching for it, but then held off. It looked like a bang play right there.
His receiver is number 4, Bradley Voska.
That's a pretty good play.
Yeah. Yeah, we had double coverage there, Falsgraf and Barkema on Jondal. Not a bad idea.
You can definitely see that Jondal can run.
Yeah.
And I would anticipate a few more shots to him down the field as the night goes on.
Carver looking to pass again. Screen pass maybe.
Oh,
and
no.
just over the head of Harms. He saw it too, and Mislin was right behind Presswood, so there was no way to go. Harms played that perfectly underneath, and then Mislin cleaned it up well.
If Cameron would have been looking for the football, he might have had a shot at that thing. I think he was just thinking go tackle the running back.
Yeah. That's okay. Safety. 4th and 11 now. Jondal, the punter. Barkema, the deep man for the Blue Jays. Jondal's punt is away. It's high. And Barkema's saying, get away, get away. And that ball's going to be downed at the 45-yard line.
I wonder if the rush there threw him off a little bit because he does average, I think, almost
37,
40,
I think.
37 yards per punt, yeah. So he's a pretty solid punter.
So net of, 26 on that one, I suppose. So Blue Jays are going to have their second possession starting at the 45-yard line. Always good to win the field position battle.
Yeah, and this is going to be a pretty big test here for Fort Dodge because you do not want to get down
2 scores early.
14-0.
Yeah. Collison looking to pass.
A little wheel route.
And nobody really there. So he's going to take off running. He's got Cram as a lead block, and he's going to fall forward for about 5 yards. Good decision. Really only one man out on that route was Meyer, so didn't like what he saw, took off and ran.
It's kind of an awkward tumble there for Colby.
Yeah. I almost thought we were going to see a Patrick Mahomes flip to Cram there.
He kind of wanted it. Yeah, I think he kind of just lost his footing there and went down.
Which, I mean, it rained early in the day, but it's been pretty dry all day. We were wrong last week on that, though. Collison turns, hands it to Cram. Cram looking to get outside, and Dodgers do a good job of stretching it out. Nowhere to go on that one. Brought him all the way to the far side, and Erickson in on that tackle along with Peterson.
Real nice job here out of the Dodgers just to press that thing to the outside and sideline. It allows all your secondary and linebackers to pursue to the football a little bit, and good job tackling, because even though you push him to the outside doesn't mean that that you're going to make the play. We've seen him break plenty of tackles.
Erickson is their leading tackler with 67 and a half coming into this game. So 3rd and 5 here. Blue Jays looking to pass. Meyer on the out. He's going to turn upfield, and he's going to be really close, I think a yard or
it looks like about a
yard shy.
Yard short.
We went near side on that one, so he didn't have a lot of room to work with.
No, but it sets up a very makeable 4th and 1 here. And
you're at your 36. You're going to go for
everything that we've seen, this is going to be power right downhill. That initial surge, as long as Titus hits it up in there, I think we should be good.
2 fullbacks left side. Dodgers still moving around. I think if you hit that quick, they might not even be set. And they're going to jump off sides. Collison gets them again. And that's going to pick up a first down for the Blue Jays.
It really kind of amazes me because they've seen this on film.
Right.
Guys jump off sides.
It happens almost every game.
You've already done it once. I know that you're trying to get off the football and go make a play. But our offense is good enough that you just can't hand out free yards, especially on big plays.
Cram now looking up the middle. Nowhere really to go. He's going to fall forward and gets gang tackled right at the 30.
That was Glesney. That was a nice play out of him coming from the backside to get a hold of his ankles and just hold on.
Yeah.
We've seen a nice mixture here of run and pass, kind of almost going alternating.
Yeah.
See if we get a throw here. Nope, get
little
the
pitch
toss
out to
outside.
Titus, trying to get outside with Caskey, lead block. Good job filling by the Dodgers. It's going to gain of about a yard on the play, but Dodgers flowed to that really well.
Well, the last time we saw a 3rd and long, we just ran power to the right and went for about 15 yards. We'll see if we can catch the Dodgers sleeping again.
Against Lamar's, they got burnt by the screen pass 2 or 3 times. Definitely something they could be susceptible to. We run it sporadically, but with pretty good success when we do.
Yeah, we saw that last week with Turner a little bit.
Yeah. About 3rd and 7 here. Collison looking to pass. Meyer on the out. I think he caught that. Holy cow. Meyer does a good job coming back in, making that catch for a 10-yard gain.
He really wasn't open.
No.
That was great coverage.
And I think Meyer thought the ball was going to go to the outside. Collison had it to the inside a little bit, and Meyer just went and took it away.
That was a heck of a catch, heck of a play. Way to use your body and shield the guy off to give yourself a little bit of room to snag that.
Peterson was right there on the defense, too.
Yeah, that was well played by both.
Yeah. First down at the 17-yard line. Cram takes the ball, heading up the middle right side. Going to drive forward. He's going to be down at about the 12. It's a gain of 5 on the play.
Dodgers are kind of starting to do a pretty good job of really containing that between the tackle stuff. However, that's a good 4 or 5 yard run. You'll take that every time.
Yeah.
We're just so used to Titus popping 10, 15 yards
right.
like it's easy.
But he might also be due for that one where he breaks through and finds a little bit quicker hole. Meyer to the high side, Cram behind Collison still. And Collison looking to pass, has Meyer. And Harris does a good job coming up and making that tackle. Yard maybe, might be no gain.
Pretty good adjustment again there by the Dodgers, moving that corner up a little bit, realizing that you just can't play that far off of Meyer and expect to make plays.
That's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. Blue Jays driving, 3rd down, and they have a 7-0 lead. So as we go into the end of this first quarter, probably a good time to thank our sponsor for this broadcast. We got Austin Sullivan of local Hilltop Remax doing our support for this game. Former Blue Jay player. I think he played for you, right?
Yep. I've known Austin since 6th grade when I first started teaching here. His grade was a little bit of a handful. But, yeah. And I've also used Austin as my agent before. About a year and a half ago, we bought a house. When he first got his license, we told him we were looking, and we were casually looking and kind of kept searching for houses for us and eventually found one we really liked. And he also was able to give us some really good advice on how to sell our house and get it ready. And so we did that in about a week. That was part of the contingency was got to get on the market in 1 week, and we weren't even thinking about selling a house. but we used his advice and put it on the market and sold it on the first day.
Yeah,
So,
you got much better seats to the football game now.
Yep. And if you're looking for quick results, he's the guy to go to.
There you go. Appreciate when guys that used to play come back and support the local program too.
Absolutely.
He's Bondurant through and through, you could say. Blue Jays coming out with 2 receivers to the right, Barkema and Meyer, and then Krams in the slot to the left. Man in motion, and they're going to look to pass. They got Caskey on the backside, and he's driving ahead, and he's going to be down at the 3-yard line. Caskey will not go down.
Dodgers did a pretty good job of defending that, having guys there, but Mitchell just refused to go down and was able to get enough for a first down. Really pretty big play because it was going to be 4th and a couple. And now they're in get a new set of downs.
3 yards to go.
Probably going to
cram it in there.
Yep. Probably hand the ball off to Cram a couple times.
Although they're giving Meyer a lot of space on that high side still. Cram takes it backside, comes over to the right side, and he's going to be in for a Blue Jay touchdown. Titus Cram, 3 yards.
Kind of expected that, and that was still pretty well blocked and a pretty nice run there out of Titus.
Little misdirection carry there.
It's tough sledding. You get down inside that 5-yard line. Nothing's easy, and you take anything you can get. Yeah, that's the Packers last night. They had some tough sledding inside the 5.
Yeah. Don't get me started on that last play. I was not a big fan of it. Falsgraf kick up and good even with the pressure.
I liked it. I'm not going to lie. I enjoyed it.
Blue Jays take a 14-0 lead. I may have had some other interest not being a fan of the Cardinals or the Packers. That didn't go my way because A.J. Green doesn't know the ball's coming to him. Luckily, Nolan Meyer knows when the ball's coming to him.
He does.
Much more effective. So early in the second quarter here, Blue Jays take the 14-0 lead as you see a little replay of Titus Cram's touchdown here. Blue Jays heading south to north now. Kickoff even more likely to go out of the end zone, and Titus might be a little amped up.
This is the one you've been looking for. You've been waiting for the ball to go through the goalpost. He's got a chance here. Got a little bit of breeze behind him.
As Titus sets the tee down, one thing we'll see later on is looks like most games the Dodgers don't actually kick with the tee. They lay the ball flat, so that's something to keep an eye on when they kick off. But Titus, a little more traditional, just puts that thing up on the tee and tries to go deep with it.
Yeah, I like his method better. They have 0 touchbacks on the year.
Although, low bouncer. Jondal's going to pick it up at the 10. He's going all the way up to the high side. Boy, he's fast. Goes out of bounds at the 25.
Some of our guys chase him there might want to think about going out for track. Because he can run.
Yeah.
So let's see. They're going to start about the 25-yard line. It looks 24. I got to think they're going to come back to that diamond formation and just try to get something going. Last series was not good. 3 and out. Really got nothing going.
So a little bit of a hybrid because they got 2 receivers out there with that diamond formation. So Jondal and Vadraska are both out there. They turn the hand up the middle, and he's going to gain about 3. Cole Mitchell in on the tackle.
Well, if you're the Dodgers and you can come out and do that, you're also going to run time off the clock. Yeah. They haven't really shown that they're going to slow the Blue Jay offense down, so you got to limit. We talk about the Packers.
Yeah.
Limit the amount of time that the offense is out on the field, and that's what they did last night. And Dodgers might want to think about a similar approach.
So Blue Jays bring back out the nickel package. So we got Titus playing high side over there with Vadraska in motion. They hand it off to Presswood, but nowhere to go. Powers went low. I think that was Reha cleaning it up. We got a flag in the middle.
Well, hopefully it's during the play and not something after. I think it probably is a hold.
Number 37, John Powers.
Harms and the defense or the offensive linemen are kind of going added a little bit there. I don't know who they called it on because they were both kind of getting their shoves in.
Did you really see a hold or anything?
No. And Blue Jays are going to decline the penalty.
Whatever it is.
Holding.
Okay.
Okay. I would not have called the hold against the lineman going against Harm. So, maybe. Loss of 2, it looks like, maybe on that. Or loss of 1 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 8. Blue Jays switching sides late.
Probably going to be one of those one-on-one shots.
And we got a timeout. Dodgers. They're first. 10:26 remaining, 3rd and 8. They had the 2 receivers to the left.
Which we put both of our starting corners over on that side, and we put our nickelback Falsgraf down on this side, probably putting our top 2 guys against their top 2.
And Titus was over the top on that.
Yep.
So
saying, hey, which shows a lot of confidence in Reed down here that you can guard this guy, no problem. You kind of wonder if Fort Dodge sees that. Maybe that's the spot they want to go to. I don't know if you have a ton of advantage if Titus is going to stand over the top of those other 2.
What we don't know, Grant Williams is the receiver coming near side. He had 4 receptions on the season, 43 yards, but as a sophomore, it might be one of those things where he broke into the starting lineup later on. Hard to say on that front.
Well, and John is going to see a good portion of the throws.
So now we're 4 wide, and Barkema's on the other side. We got 2 defensive backs on the high side, and only 2 over here on this side. I'm not sure this is a great setup for the Blue Jays. Carver looking to run, has room to go. Barkema's going to come up, makes a good open field tackle, but the Dodgers are going to pick up the first down. Gain of about 10 on that run by Carver.
Yeah, coming into tonight, he really did not have very many rushing yards. 32 carries for 90 yards, so that he is not tucked and ran it a whole lot, and there probably hasn't been a lot of run calls for him. So that's a nice job out of him seeing the opening and going with it.
Although I do wonder if there's some sacks that maybe make that number a little deceptive because he's got good speed. I mean, you saw it right there.
For sure.
That looked like a funny start.
Flea
flicker. Carver looking deep, and the catch is made by Vidraska. Cram rips it away. I don't think it matters because I think they're calling offensive or defensive pass interference on that flag in there.
And I don't think they're going to give it to him anyway. I think they're going to say that happened after he hit the ground.
Yeah.
The flag will be interesting. It could be an illegal guy downfield possibly.
Could be. I got a feeling they were going to give Meyer a penalty on the deeper guy.
We're all moving
but
to the south, so it looks like it's going to be against the Blue Jays. Holding,
yeah. So it is a gain of, where'd they end up at? 41. So gain of 22 on that. Flea flicker play it was.
Nice little play there.
Yeah. Carver takes a snap, looking outside immediately, and that ball's high and outside, intended for Jondal. Barkema, the cover man on that one. We're going to bring up 2nd down.
Yep, just let that one go a little bit too high. Had an opportunity there to make a play.
So 2nd down now and 10 to go.
Little confusion here out of the Dodgers. Got guys running all over the place. Going to run the oop-de-oop.
Of course, the Blue Jays have 2 defensive backs to the high side. And the oop-de-oop. Good old Varsity Blues. And Carver keeps it. And John Powers comes up. He actually spins off of that. And is that Quentin Fulton making the final tackle?
John delivered a pretty good shot, but wasn't able to finish it. Nice job out of Carver to spin out of that thing. They did have a little bit of numbers advantage, but it was so short a field that even if they make that catch, I don't know if there's a lot of room to run.
So they got Vidraska and Presswood both over here, and then Jondal on the high side, and they're going to look to get it outside
Double
of Vidraska right away.
Nope.
And Larson sheds his tackle. Good job coming back, and then Meislin helps clean up along with Powers. And, great play by Eli there to shed his block.
I got no problem with that play. I just don't think you can do it from the right hash.
Yeah.
They literally have no room to work with. And all the D linemen and linebackers that aren't really in the play instantly get into the play because you're so close to it. You got to do that from the middle of the field.
Yeah. So Presswood and Vidraska ran off late. Jondal's going to look to punt here.
Could see a fake here with his running ability.
4th and long 6. Quick pick.
He's going to place that pretty well, it looks like.
That's a real good punt. Dodgers coverage. And that's going to be downed by Nate Aponde at the 5.5-yard line. So real effective punt there by Jondal. Blue Jays are going to take over deep in their own territory. 8:08 to go in the first half. Primarily seeing the Titus Cram running show with some pitch outs to Nolan Meyer so far. Cram still the man in the backfield. 2 fullback set.
Yeah, outside of those two and Caskey on the screen, we really haven't seen anybody else touch the football.
Cram's going to get about to the 10-yard line before going down. Looks like that was Erickson on the tackle again.
Pretty good job there out of the Dodgers. Squeezing down on that inside run.
Erickson doing a good job securing his tackles. Not that that's surprising based off the numbers that he came into the game with. 5-yard gain for Cram.
Yeah, he really does a nice job.
Hand off to Cram again, looking to get to the right side behind pulling Reha. He's spinning, he's rolling. Gain of 2, maybe. Might only be a yard there.
Pretty good job out of the Dodgers stretching that thing. Sets up a 3rd and 4. Good opportunity for a little play action. Maybe hit one of those fullbacks out in the flat. Do they only got one wrestling qualifier? Usually you're pretty good at throwing all the wrestling qualifiers.
Yeah, Fort Dodge has a great wrestling program, but a lot of their wrestlers are at the lighter weights.
Okay. So they maybe aren't playing football.
I mean, Ayala just went to Iowa and is, one of the more accomplished guys in Iowa history. So, completed pass over to Nolan Meyer for a first down.
We haven't seen that in a little bit, in a few weeks, that comeback route where Meyer gives that look of he's running deep, gets that defender to get out of his stance and turn and run, and then he hits on the brakes and turns, and Colby's doing a great job of just hitting him every time. It's a really tough route to defend.
It was really kind of the bread and butter of their pitch and catch last year.
Yeah, it's you got to get some pressure on the QB in order to stop that.
Cram pitch out, looking for somewhere to go. Dodgers do a good job of filling. Cram's still falling ahead, and he's going to gain 7 yards on that play that was really well defended by the Dodgers.
And that's kind of the look it's been. It looks like the Dodgers are really doing a nice job, but every time it's 4 or 5 yards, and that time it was 7. It's just it's tough to keep him at those 0 to negative gains, 1, 2. He's always falling forward and finding a little bit of a crease.
2nd and 3 here. And play action. Cram looking to Caskey up the sideline. High and outside. Caskey put the glove up, but I'm not sure what would have happened if it hit it.
Mitch is clubbed up on the one hand because he lost the tip of a finger a couple weeks ago. We've seen him catch some screen passes. I'm not sure he was going to catch that one. It was going to have to be in the exact right spot in order for him to catch that.
I don't know how hard that club is. Like, would that ball have bounced off 5 yards? Or
I'm guessing that it is hard casted in order to protect that finger.
3rd and 3. Hand off to Cram up the middle. He has a hole, and he's spinning forward, and he's going to pick up a Blue Jay first down. Erickson in on the tackle. I think he was the second man in, though. I can't see who's on the far side there.
That was the first time I felt like we saw a pretty big seam, though.
Oh, that was That was Tucker Peterson on the tackle.
That was a really nice job out of the Jays, creating a good running alley for Titus, and really is probably about one guy away from busting that thing.
Yeah. So Blue Jay first down, 36-yard line. Handoff to Cram. He's trying to get to the right side. Caskey with a good lead block. Cram falls forward for about 7 yards. Dalton House with a good pancake block on the backside.
Yeah, he let Mosley know about it a little bit too.
Right down the play by number 90, J.C. Ulrich.
Man, Mosley's.
Goes to Dodgers.
I thought he was calling to come out.
2nd and 3, Blue Jays.
Oh, I see. Mosley tried to hip toss him, and House kept the better position on it. So there you go.
You should like that as a
I do.
wrestler.
Cram up the middle with the hole, and he kicks it to the outside. He's got some space, and he's going to get brought down at the 41-yard line. Jake Erickson on the touchdown saving tackle there.
I think we've kind of reached the juncture now where Fort Dodge is kind of starting to get tired.
1st and 10.
Plays that they've defended pretty well throughout the game now all of a sudden are turning into those 7, 10, 15-yard runs and just slowly wearing them down. They really haven't possessed the ball a whole lot offensively, and Blue Jays have been out there a lot.
Well, we've really only done one formation so far.
Yep, I think that's probably a good call there out of the Fort Dodge coach.
So that's their second time out of the game. Blue Jays driving.
Give your guys a little bit of a breather.
4:23 left in the first half. You know, we still got Porter Smith to come in and carry the ball if Titus gets tired.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised we haven't seen that just yet, but I got a feeling that we will at some point here.
Yeah. I'm showing 18 carries for Titus right now, and the majority of them have been effective.
Yeah, he's on pace for a 40 touch night.
The last few carries have been 5, 1, 7, 9, and 6, so pretty effective if you're going to keep getting that kind of yardage.
Yeah, and we're definitely in that area now where I feel like they've ran it enough that I've talked about that play action. Maybe in the next play or two we'll see if the Jays try to hit a home run and go for a touchdown over the top. You're really starting to get Erickson to really crash downfield because he knows he's got to come up and make a tackle.
Cram takes a handoff up the middle, takes a spin, got a flag. It's going to be real close to the first down marker. Based where he threw the flag, I think it might be
probably coming back.
On the center, up 5 yards downfield blocking.
Probably going to be a hold of some sort. See if we can watch a replay.
Right down the play by number 66, Adrian Grover.
I didn't see it.
I didn't really see much. I guess I don't really like throwing flags, so
yeah,
I don't usually see anything.
Yeah.
And I really kind of thought going in tonight this was one of the two things that could stop us. It is us committing some fouls and then turning the football over. We've avoided the turnovers, and that's really been the first big penalty on us.
First down, 18. Titus going up the middle, and he's going to pick up about 3 or 4 of them back. 3 of them.
I think that usage of the timeout was really well timed out of Dodgers head coach. Just one to let your guys catch their breath because they're just constantly getting pounded here on power, and then to kind of regroup yourself a little bit.
2nd and 15.
Got Meyer coming down here to the bottom side. Decent chance to see something towards him here.
Hands it off to Cram, hitting right side. Spins ahead. Picks up about 5 after the spin.
It's a nice play out of Ulrich coming from that backside, hustling. I do see you got some baseball numbers for him. 320, 8 dingers. He looks like a guy that could hit some home runs.
Colin Gillespie brought down the play by number 90, Dick Flores. Blue Jays have it.
So 3rd and 9. Are we in that spot where maybe it's 4 down territory, so they're still okay handing the ball off? And we do see Porter enter the game.
With 3 minutes left, it feels like there'd be an okay time to go for it. Powers came out, so.
I lied. I thought I saw Smith go in. That wasn't him.
Got 2 receivers set. Collison looking left. Has Meyer deep. That ball is there, and that's going to be a Blue Jay touchdown. Colby Collison to Nolan Meyer for 40 yards.
Tell you what, that was a heck of a throw.
Yeah.
He put that thing right on the line. And give credit to the Blue Jay offensive line. He had absolutely no pressure in his face, and he was back there for quite a while. That was a long developing play.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't really see how Meyer got behind him if he just, or at least I didn't.
I think that the 2 wide receivers kind of ran a crossing route or fork where one runs a post and one runs a flag. So that really kind of puts the safety in a bind on which one to go with.
And
you got to redo it because the play is dead.
Yeah.
It's not you can't decline it or anything. In high school, if you're offsides.
If you're at you started at the 3, right? So you're now at the 1.5. Do you consider going for 2?
Yeah, I mean, I probably would just line up and go for 2.
And that's what we're doing. Blue Jays are going to bring in the offense here from the 1.5 yard line.
Ref is very adamant about his offsides call. Like it was a serious offense.
How dare you? You just punching it straight ahead?
Yep, I don't think any reason to get cute here. Hand it off to Titus and score. Same formation. They're definitely not giving anything away for next week with what they're trying to do.
Right. Titus takes it in for 2.
2-point conversion is good on the carry. Number 6, Titus Graham.
So Blue Jays are 3 for 3 on touchdowns on their drives.
Yeah, just super efficient tonight. Consistent running the football. They've made passes when they need to. Only one mistake with the flag on a hold that looked questionable. So it's a pretty good first half. You get in here 22-0. Hey, you can't start looking at scores yet.
I can't?
No, we're going to make predictions before you look at scores.
Well, I made predictions. You just haven't done yours yet.
Okay, that's true. All right.
You got to get to work.
All right, that's fair. I'm just going to circle my winners. You
Okay.
actually wrote down scores.
I wrote down scores, yeah. I wrote down my scores without any help from BC Moore.
I have not looked at anything.
So 2:37 remaining in the first half. Blue Jays with a 22-0 lead. Cram's going to be kicking off.
I think he was just so amped up last time trying to kick it through
Could
the
be.
goalpost because
he did it again.
Does
So,
the same thing.
but that's a tough one to field there from John. He picks it up at the 10, looking for space and slides down at the 22. Caskey made sure he didn't slide forward anymore.
That was interesting. I don't know if he just lost his footing or decided he didn't want to run it anymore.
If that's Aaron Rodgers, though, that's a 15-yard penalty.
You leave my guy alone.
Would you rather I say Tom Brady?
That's fine.
Okay. Blue Jays bringing out the nickel package.
Then the referees get in the middle and don't let them get hit.
Right.
Well, I think if we've seen this quite a bit this season, where often the other opposing teams are in this position, just get to half.
Yeah.
Just get to half, because if you give the ball back to the Blue Jays, there's a really good chance they're going to score on you.
Yeah, although the Blue Jays do get it coming out of half. Carver looking to pass down the middle. Vidraska makes the reception, and he's got a chance to go all the way. Titus Tram going to chase him down, and along with Falsgraf. Wait, where's the ball? How does Falsgraf have the ball?
He lost the ball, but he got it out of bounds. Wow.
There is a
flag
right here?
It's going to be pass interference.
Connor Carver. Number 4, Bradley Vidraska. Flag on the field.
I don't think the ball went out of bounds before Falsgraf got it. Okay.
Yeah, initially, I thought that was John that caught it because I was really surprised how quickly
Vidraska went upfield?
Yeah, that Titus ran it down because I think it was John. I'm not so sure he would have got him.
Yeah.
Is holding against the Blue Jays.
Holding. That's an interesting call. Ball's in the air. I think most people call that pass interference.
Yeah.
Dodgers.
Well, we'll see if that tackle makes a difference here. It's going to be challenging for the Dodgers to get in. We know it's not easy to run.
Presswood up the middle, and Meislin's going
That's
to
a
bring
good
him
start,
down.
though. That's a really good start.
On the carry, number 27, John Presswood.
One thing I will say about them running the football, they're not real cute. They pretty much will go straight downhill. They're not trying to run things to the edge.
Presswood again. He slips the first guy, and Harms is there along with Meislin to bring him down at what about the 3?
We'll have to watch the replay there, but somebody did have a shot at him in the backfield, and he did a nice job to elude that and really didn't gain any yards, but he could have lost a couple.
That was Powers.
Yep.
Tried to get the ankle tackle, but
I don't think you're going to be able to ankle tackle
no. Good job
Presswood.
Good job getting off the field by Pfaltzgraff there.
There's that.
And they're going to try and sweep it to the high side. That's Jake Erickson trying to get out there,
Oh,
and he's got it.
Initially, I didn't think he was going to have a chance.
On the carry, number 24, Jake Erickson.
It was a little surprising how that went.
Wow.
Oh, good comeback, crackback block by the receiver on that.
Yeah, they blocked that pretty well. He took that initial step backwards, which allowed him to get by Meislin, because Meislin I thought was going to get him. Oh, we get the swinging gate.
The swinging gate.
I have seen them run a few fakes out of this.
They do lead, I think, 4A in 2-point conversion
11.
attempts.
Yeah, I saw they got 11. If you
but-
don't line up a certain way, then they'll go, okay, well, you're going to give us that, we'll take it, and go for it.
I saw one where they rushed it, missed the snap, still managed to catch it and complete it. Extra point is up and good on that.
Well, that's a really good response there out of the Dodgers. I was worried about them giving the ball up and giving up another score, and they weren't. They just went ahead and scored themselves. So now the Blue Jays, you got a minute 18. We got, 2 timeouts? Probably depending where you get this football here.
And you're getting the ball coming out of half. So
You don't have to go score by any means, but I have a feeling that we're going to take a shot down the field, which we probably should.
So here's that kickoff that we had mentioned earlier. He's going to lay the ball flat on the ground and just kind of, soccer-style boot it.
You can also do the helicopter out of this, which is an onside where you kick it and it'll go forward, and it actually at about 10 yards, it starts to move back towards you or the kicking team.
It's going to go out of bounds, so no time off the clock.
I'd maybe think about make him kick it again.
Though the risk you have there is that it bounces off one of your up guys.
That's true. That's true. And you're going to get the ball in a pretty good spot here, but 35-yard line.
First and 10, Blue Jays.
And honestly, not too bad for Fort Dodge because we do have one of the highest yards per return on kickoffs or kickoff returns. Myers somewhere around 35 yards per return. So if you can give it up at the 35s, that might be considered a win.
Yeah, so definitely a few unconventional things we get from the Dodgers here between all the swing gate 2-point attempts.
Well, the swinging gate, it makes your opponent spend 20 minutes out of practice during the week just working on defending that.
Blue Jays do have a different setup here, and they pitch it up to Meyer. Meyer trying to run the jet sweep. Dodgers fill well. Going to gain a 4 on the play.
Looks like Mosley's down for the Dodgers, but back up. Pretty good job out of them to stretch that out. Their defense better be ready to rock and roll here. We're not wasting any time.
Play action. Collison going to look deep. Ends up kicking it out to Cram. Cram makes the first guy miss. Going to try to get to the outside and has the edge. He's up the 40 and out of bounds at about the 35. Tackle on the play by Caden Lynch.
Nice job out of Colby, just taking what they give you. Nice little swing pass to Titus, let him go do his thing. Meyer does a nice job coming back and not hitting his guy, and just gets in his way so he can't make the play. And now Blue Jays can huddle up because the ball's out of bounds. Save those timeouts.
So gain of 31 on that. Is that what?
Let's see, they're on the 35.
They're at the 35, not the
Yep.
30. So gain of 26. Still
Yep.
pretty good. Pretty good play that we have never seen before, I don't think, on a little drop off.
We're going to have to hustle here a little bit. Down to 3 on the play clock.
Play action. And Collison looking. Has Meyer on the edge. And it is going to be complete. He's out of bounds. Gain of
Yeah, I wasn't for sure if they're going to give him out of bounds or not. Thought maybe they had stopped him before he got out of bounds.
Wait, was that false graph?
That was false graph.
Oh,
Yep,
well,
that was
goodness.
nice job to get out of bounds. Short gain, but gets the clock to stop.
Second down at the 36. Cram quick out. Barkema, gain of 4.
Well, the one thing we know about Tyson, he's got great hands, and that
Yeah.
right there is just a great hands catch. You see a lot of high school wide receivers want to catch everything with their body, and he goes out and snags that thing. Real nice job. Good pitch and catch.
Ball hawking.
Yep.
Now he's just doing it on the offensive side. So going to bring up 3rd and 3. False graph left. 4 receiver set. Collison throws it. Gets hit. Myers wide open. Blue Jay touchdown. Colby Collison to Nolan Meyer. Gain 32-yard touchdown on there.
It looks like we've got a little miscommunication out of the Dodgers. One guy's thinking cover 3. The other guy's thinking man-to-man, and that leaves Meyer wide open. Give him his 11th receiving touchdown this year.
12th, right? Because he had 10 coming in.
Oh, yeah.
False graph's kick is up and flutters through for the extra point. And Blue Jays are going to answer with a quick touchdown and are up 29-7 with 24.8 seconds left in the half.
Well, I was still right on my call that the Blue Jays were going to score again if you gave him the ball back.
It is amazing how quick we've been able to move up and down the field in those situations. And you got to give credit where it's due. Collison's efficiency on those passes were spot on. And great job making the catches by Meyer and Falsgraf and Barkema.
You got to have some explosive players. And when you got Titus and Meyer, and we even got Burt over on the sideline who's hurt, you get those guys out on the field, and you just got to give them the ball in space.
Yeah.
And they can make plays. And it's tough to defend, especially getting that hurry-up mode like we saw right there. Fort Dodge had miscommunication on coverage.
Well, and we don't go out in a lot of 4-receiver type sets.
No.
So if you've been watching a lot of our film, that's not really something you're game planning a whole lot for. Well, the last couple weeks we played 4-receiver sets, so maybe we're picking up on some other team stuff. Cram's kick is a squibber, and it gets a good bounce, and Blue Jays are going to recover the onside kick. Eli Larson, ball at the 30-yard line. Great bounce there right over the front line.
That's what you're looking for when you do that onside kick. That typically that second bounce really gets high up in the air, allows your defenders either to go recover it or go hit the offensive player as he's trying to recover it. And the Dodgers were definitely not expecting that. They were not ready for that.
Do you think it was an intentional onside kick, or were we just trying to keep it away from Jondal?
No, I think that one looked intentional.
Yeah.
if we could do a halftime like interview, we could definitely ask. We don't have that
Collison
capability,
looking to
though.
pass. He's got time. He's looking downfield. That ball is a jump ball. And, good deflection there by the Dodger. Cram and Meyer were both back there. I think that was number
Carson
3,
Peterson.
Carson
Yeah,
Peterson, yeah.
Very aggressive going and getting that. That was a nice play out of him.
That's like Collison put a lot of air into that, basically giving his guy a shot to jump ball. Dodgers outmanned us at that space, but I still like the odds there.
Yeah, no, it was definitely worth the shot. You get 10 yards here, you can get a field goal out of
Titus.
You don't need a ton,
We don't know that he can't make it from here.
and that's true. I think he definitely has the leg.
Cram taking the jet sweep, has some room to go, and he's weaving through, and he's going to be down at the 17-yard line. So you got,
And I think it's a good opportunity to try it because you might need it in a week or two.
yeah,
That ability to kick a field goal, give him a little confidence.
gain of 13 on the play. So you got your 10 yards you were looking for. Blue Jays, I think, just took a timeout, right?
Yeah, and if you run a play, you run a risk of not having another play
Yeah.
with only 6.3. If you're
So
going to do something,
you're going to kick it here.
If you're going to do something, it's got to be quick, or you just throw it right to the end zone.
And Barkham has got the tee in his hand, so I do believe we're going to see you're looking at 34, 35 yards, which is just under his long for the season.
34-yarder. There will be no question about the length. He's got that.
Yeah. Although after you've squib kicked 3 in a row, who knows?
It's true.
Who knows if it's got you off your. Just remember, it's over the soccer net when you're on the.
Yeah, he is a soccer player. He knows how to kick it.
Barkham, the holder. Snap is good. Kick is up, and it might have been deflected there.
I think I just jinxed him.
You think you just jinxed him?
Yeah.
So Javion Jondo came off the edge.
Yeah, I think he just missed that one.
You think so?
Take a look
Jondo
here
had
at the play.
that arm waving out there. I think Jondo might have got a hand on it. I'm not sure though.
Well, Titus gave him a high five as he went by, so I don't know if that was a good job. High five or just the casual high five.
So Dodgers will have 2.1 seconds here to try to make a play. Titus lining up deep. Surprised we don't have a couple more guys dropping back farther. Pfaltzgraff's pretty far off the line too. 3 receivers set from the Dodgers, and they're going to hand it off to Presswood up the middle. And he breaks outside, but Powers drags him down from behind. Gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring us to the end of the first half. Blue Jays up 29-7.
And I think we're going to start off the second half with a flag against Fort Dodge. I got a feeling we got an unsportsmanlike conduct between one of the Dodgers and Tyson Barkema. Might be offsetting. We'll see. They both were kind of jawing at each other. But I thought I saw the Dodger guy give him a little headbutt.
Yeah. Yep. Barkema had a good, pretty sustained block on him, and then as he let go, the Dodger guy came back towards him. And, whether you like that or not, pretty much always gets the second guy.
Yep.
So, before we jump really into halftime, we got a few announcements we're expected to read with the Iowa High School Athletic Association. So, number 1, sportsmanship. The Iowa High School Athletic Association would like to take this opportunity to remind you that sportsmanship starts with you, even you at home. Good sportsmanship means showing respect to student athletes, coaches, officials, school, and to those around you. Good sportsmanship shows character, accountability, and sets a positive example on and off the field. The IHSAA thanks you for being a good sport for tonight's game. The officials. The Iowa High School Athletic Association needs your help to add registered sports officials this school year. Officials are needed at all levels in all IHSAA-sanctioned sports. Officiating allows you to stay close to the action while serving as a community leader. And in Iowa, high school and junior high games can't take place without them. Visit www.ihsaa.org/officials or highschoolofficials.com for more information. Help the IHSAA add one today. And your third announcement is participation. The Iowa High School Athletic Association encourages all Iowa students to take part in their junior high or high school activities and athletic offerings. Research shows students who participate in school clubs, fine arts, extracurriculars, and sports are physically healthier and more likely to volunteer in their community, such as officiating, go to college, vote in elections, and most importantly, get better grades than students who do not participate during every year of school. Get involved in your school today.
We want to do some of our predictions for other games tonight,
Well,
or are we getting kicked off the air?
oh, here we go. We got the man with a scoreboard here trying to help out.
Yeah, I got a few.
All right,
Got
so
a few.
what's 5A. We can come back to that. Okay. Lewis Central and Spencer. What'd you have on that one?
I had Lewis Central.
Yeah, I did too. My prediction was 35-7. Right now they're up 28-7.
Okay, you're pretty close there.
Carlisle Indianola doesn't have a score on this.
I've got that one, and I was a little surprised. I thought it'd be about a one-score game. I think I saw 27-0 Indianola.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I was actually going upset on that one as well, 15-14.
I thought it'd be a one-score game. Yeah.
Still could be. It's early. Did you have us winning?
I did. I had us winning by 3 scores.
I had 28-7. So problematic. If nobody scores in the second half, I'm only a point
last week
off.
there was only 1 score.
Yeah. Waverly, Shell Rock, and Cedar Rapids, Washington.
I had Waverly. That's 28-7.
Yeah. I had Waverly 35-7 as a final. Webster City, Norwalk.
If Norwalk's missing Hochstein, I just don't see. We saw what it looks like without him.
I was intrigued by what would happen if they brought in the second guy as a quarterback
With
the whole
him,
time.
I think they can beat Webster City for sure, but without him, I don't believe it.
So Webster City leads 29-13. Xavier Burlington. Xavier's up 24-8. I know you had Xavier because there's no chance you had Burlington. North Scott and Decorah. Closer game. I'm sure we both had North Scott, but North Scott's only up 10-7 at the half.
Well, and North Scott is one of those teams that likes to throw the football.
Right.
And like I said earlier, sometimes that's not very conducive to playoff weather in Iowa.
Right.
Until you get indoors.
Until you get in the dough. You got to get through these first two.
First.
So, yeah. So that's our 4A games. A few other teams that maybe you have an interest in. Nevada 6, ADM 0 is a first quarter score, so that's probably dated.
I think it's 13-6 now.
Okay. Harlan 38, Ballard of Huxley 0. Ballard, one of our previous opponents in the season.
West Delaware was 41, Grinnell 0.
PCM used to be the same size as us. Not anymore. They're not having a great game down in Williamsburg.
I do have a cousin playing tonight over at the notorious OABCIG. They're up 28-7 over at Greene County. Yeah, nothing other of note for our class or local schools that I can find just of yet.
I'll tally up some stats here, but do we want to cut away for a little bit? You guys can go fill your refreshments at home, and we'll be back in 8 or 9 minutes.
We would like to take a moment to recognize our Athletic Booster Club business sponsors for their generous donation to our school. Our sponsors this year are Authentic Construction, Iowa Floor Covering, Lori Construction, Remax Hilltop, Parks Custom Homes, Photos by Ben, Plaza RV, Story Kenworthy, Oral Surgeons PC, and Weeze Tees. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor, you can purchase it in a variety of ways, including RevTrack on the school's website, Venmo at BF Boosters, or via check or credit card at the J Shop during the football game. Learn more about Athletic Boosters through the school website under Activities, Booster Club, and then Athletics. You can find us through Facebook at Bondurant Athletic Boosters Club and Twitter at BF Boosters.
Okay, guys, I'm not gonna lie. It's looking pretty rough out there. We've not been playing well, but this time we're gonna bring in a secret weapon. And here he is.
Why is he in slow motion?
Okay, as you guys can tell, our new quarterback is Seneca Wallace. It's their secret weapon. Let's get out there and practice.
Luady! Luis, hit! Hit! Omaha! Oh, she looked the wrong way. Keep running! What's up?
What are you doing dancing?
Okay, all right. Now run the route, please.
Get off the field! We may not be good at football, but we're good at building legacies.
$62, Coach. $62. First down. We're doing this so that the kids can continue to play. Like we used to enjoy playing when I was in high school. I understand how fun it was, and I want that same fun to be had by the kids now. So that's why we need more officials to keep these games going on.
Welcome back to this Blue Jay broadcast brought to you by Austin Sullivan with Hilltop Remax, your local hometown office, hometown agent who knows how to get top dollar for your house. 14 pending sales and sold houses here in Bondurant in the last 6 months. And also contributing back to the community more than just our broadcast, 15,000 given back in Homes for Heroes. A great Bondurant man, and helping support our Blue Jay football tonight as Blue Jays take a 29-7 lead coming out of half. Few stats to run with you. Colby Collison unofficially 13 of 15, 169 yards and 2 touchdowns. Nolan Meyer catching the brunt of those, 9 for receptions for 128 yards and 2 touchdowns, along with completions to Tyson Barkman, Mitchell Caskey, Titus Cram, and Reed Falsgraf. And then Titus Cram running the rushing game, 21 carries, 114 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Meyer and Collison each have a carry. Pretty heavy on the Collison to Meyer and Titus Cram carries for the Blue Jays. For the Dodgers, Connor Carver, 3 of 8, 93 yards, all to Bradley Vadraska for the one long reception of 70 yards, which led to a touchdown for the Dodgers from Jake Erickson. Erickson had 1 carry for 3 yards and a touchdown. Otherwise, John Presswood has been your man with the ball, 12 carries, 54 yards. And then Connor Carver kept 2 of them for 2 carries, 13 yards.
Well, we mentioned that Bondurant needed to be balanced tonight, and we've really seen a nice balanced attack as far as run and pass goes. We might like to see in the second half maybe a few more guys get involved, see if we can get a few other guys to catch a ball. We've also seen a variety of guys run the football pretty well, so we'll see if we sprinkle that in. Fort Dodge, I felt like had a nice game plan to come out with the that diamond formation that was relatively new that we haven't seen, and had some success with that. And they have had some success running the football with Presswood. They just are going to have to find a way to be more consistent on offense. You go 3 and out, you're going to be in trouble. They have not. The only stop they've got on the Blue Jays so far is that missed field goal before half.
Yeah.
So,
yep, which John Doe we think maybe had a hand on.
Yeah, he might have ticked it a little bit. So we'll see if they can make some kind of adjustment in the second half defensively. But I think it's going to start with them offensively, maintaining possession of the football.
Parker Schillestrom, the kicker for the Dodgers, off this flat ball kick. Barkema, the deep man, don't expect it to get to him. And Schillestrom with the kick, little bouncer, and we're going to cover it with a nice little bear hug cover at the 28. That was Meyer that gets on it, and Powers that gives him a security blanket.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised Meyer didn't try to scoop that thing up and get a little bit of a return out of it.
Maybe you preached a little bit of safety in the locker room, though. You know,
no unnecessary mistakes.
Keep your cool. Don't do anything dumb. All of that fun stuff.
Well, and I thought we were going to start with a penalty, but we didn't. So I wonder if those are offsetting.
Cram takes the carry, trying to get to the left side, bounces outside, and is going to get brought down close to the line of scrimmage. Powers having a talk with the official. He has a question about something, but the Pack Dodgers bring down Titus for no gain on the play.
One of the hardest things for young running backs is to learn when to bounce it and when just to take what you can get, especially when you have a ton of success. You know, I coached him in 7th grade, and every time he bounced it, he never got tackled.
Right.
So breaking that habit of trying to bounce stuff when it's okay to take a 2 or 3 yard run sometimes. Right. It's not always going to be there, especially at a varsity level.
And we got a flag on the play.
Man, it is getting chippy out there.
It's pretty chippy, yeah.
Is that 35? Looked like he kind of took a little swing there.
So dead ball, false start. Blue Jays going to make it 2nd and 15. Yeah, you saw it a little bit there late in the second half, and it's coming right away. There's I don't want to call them swings, but definitely
extracurricular activities going on.
Maybe playing past the echo of the whistle.
Slightly.
2nd and 15 here. Collison looking to pass, has Meyer out, and that's going to be tipped away. Ben Egley, I think, was the man who tipped it.
Yeah, number 30. That was a nice job out of him to get underneath that route. We talked about that comeback. Really hard to defend. That's one way you defend it. You get a defender underneath it. Good pressure there as well.
Was going to be a tough catch anyway. Carson Peterson was closing hard on that and made contact right as the ball would have got there.
Couldn't tell what number that was for Fort Dodge. Might have been 35 again. Yeah, 35. Caleb Lynch had pretty good pressure from the Fort Dodge left side.
Collison looking deep. Has Barkema out to the high side. And Barkema stops, and he makes the man miss. He ends up out of bounds. Ooh.
Just couldn't stay in. That was going to be interesting. He had a lot of room to run.
Oh, flag back where Collison was. Caskey is put in the international hands of I didn't do anything. But.
Well, boy, do you decline it and go with the 4th and 3, or do you push him back?
I feel like at this point we would punt if it was 4th and 3.
I feel like we would, but what if we don't?
Yeah.
Do you feel confident in stopping him on a 4th and 3? I would really consider pushing him back 10 yards. And if it's a spot foul, it might even be more than 10. And it does look like
they're going to push us back.
They're going to push him back.
So holding on the Blue Jays. And they're going to call it from the 18 or 17.5 yard line.
And I thought he signaled 33, but I couldn't tell.
Caskey's reaction made it seem like he thought it was on him.
So that's going to push you inside the 10.
So 3rd down from the 9 yard line. You got to get out to the 39. So
this might be just a good opportunity to run the ball with Titus. They'll probably be a little light up there in the box. Maybe give him an opportunity to bust one here.
Collison pushing both receivers out a little bit. And that ball was a little hot coming in. Collison wasn't quite able to get it, so ended up just diving on it. Going to be a loss of 7 on the play, and Blue Jays are going to have to punt.
We saw a couple of those last week where the snaps weren't quite in the right spot. Maybe Colby could have caught a couple. Definitely a mistake you don't want to see, especially down inside the 10-yard line. Now, taking that penalty, they're really setting themselves up here for a nice field position.
Powers punting from his back line here of the end zone. They don't come after it. Powers gets a good punt off. Well, actually,
it looked good initially, but it must have went off the side of his foot.
So rolls out of bounds at the 29. Some more extracurricular activities going on. Dodgers are going to have it at the 29-yard line, by far their best field position.
Well, and if I'm them, I'm probably coming out in that diamond formation. You've had the most success in that. You're either doing that or you're going to take a shot down the field with John Dole or another one of those. Is it Vodraska?
I was going with Vodraska, yeah.
Vodraska, okay. Maybe take a shot. This typically has been a run formation for them in the games that I've seen.
Presswood lining up behind Carver. Now Presswood goes in motion, so you got trips left. Man in motion is Ulrich to the left. And they're going to look to John Dole, who pass was a little high. Probably should have had it, but I don't think there was a whole lot of.
No, I think if he caught that, Rehal was going to drill him. So that might have been a self-preservation play right there and just let that thing go. A lot of movement pre-snap there. Again, they're trying to run that screen into the short side of the field. You just don't have a ton of room to work with. Well,
same motion, same activity, and going to be a false start on the Dodgers.
So they're going to run the same looking play. They're going to run something off of it, which my guess would be somebody's going down the field deep.
Because John Dole was the one that stayed in, so I'm guessing Vodraska goes deep.
Yep.
And
he was he was starting to take off.
He was the one headed.
He was thinking that I'm
he
going
was
to
looking
get a
to get to the
touchdown
end
here.
zone.
We'll see if they roll it back again.
Same motion.
Same stuff.
Presswood over. Titus going to go with Ulrich to the far side, and they're throw it ahead to John Dole. John Dole weaves through a couple guys, going to pick up 10 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Well, they must have liked it because they kept it the same, and they do get 10 yards. So That was pretty good execution right there. One of the difference between that one and the previous one is the quarterback got it out right away.
Yeah.
The first time he kind of hesitated. That one was much quicker. Allowed Jondal to make a move.
Probably 4-down territory, I'm guessing, for the Dodgers.
Down 3 touchdowns, you got to.
Same activity and same play, and Jondal's going to have it. Steps out of bounds, gain of about 7 on the play, so just running the exact same motion, exact same play.
Well, goes back to that old Hayden Fry adage, right? You scratch where it itches. If that's what they're going to give you, that's what you got to take.
And really, at the sideline, it doesn't use a lot of time.
No, that's a 5-second play.
First and 10 Dodgers.
Same motion. Same play. And Jondal steps inside, makes the first guy miss. Picks up about 8 on the play, knocked out by Nolan Meyer. Good little shifty action there from Javion Jondal.
Yeah, it's pretty good action right here because you're giving probably their most explosive player an opportunity to make a guy miss. And Rehab was reading that one, but kind of takes out Barkema as well in the process.
One thing I feel is probably going to happen, though, is Barkema is going to jump one of these, and he doesn't miss a lot of catches.
All right, now we're up and pressing. So they made an adjustment. We'll see if the Dodgers have a counter off of this.
They got a different man in motion. Carver's going to keep it, try to get to the high side, and Reed Falsgraf going to step up and make a great open field tackle.
That was a good tackle because he might have a shot. I'm not for sure on his speed level, but he might have a shot at scoring here if he gets outside of Reed. And they did have a play counter. I liked that play off of it. But the Jays do a nice job defending it.
You got 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left here for the Dodgers. 3rd and 3, direct snap, flea flicker, looking to pass back to the quarterback and incomplete. Vadraska makes the throw, kind of in and out of his hands, out of Carver's hands.
It looked like Meisland got a finger on that maybe. I like the play, but I think that Fort Dodge is outthinking themselves here a little bit. You've had success just running straight ahead. I'm not for sure why you didn't do that. You've got 3rd and 3, do that 2 straight plays, and now you're in a situation where it's 4th and 3. Maybe you can't run it. You might have to throw the football.
So they got trips receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Presswood behind Carver. They turn, play action, and Brock Turner's going to get there, but Carver slips it. He's still looking downfield and throws it incomplete. Blue Jays force a turnover on downs. Great job by Carver slipping away from Turner, but didn't have enough time and knew Brock was going to recover very soon.
Yeah, it was a nice job of eluding Brock. I think if he could have it back, maybe just give his guy a shot here. He threw it in a spot where nobody could get to it. I think they wanted to throw something to the top side there, but it just wasn't open.
So Blue Jays are going to have it first down at the 12. Coming out with 2 receivers this time. You got Meyer and Barkema to the right. They're going to pitch it up to Cram. Cram looking to get outside. Tries to bounce. Losing ground, and he's going to end up losing all the way back to the 2. Loss of 10.
That was a really nice job out of the Dodgers here. Somebody must. Well, they come up and press a wide receiver, which we don't see a ton. Jondal kind of makes that initial tackle attempt and pushes him further back. And then a pack of Dodgers are able to make that tackle. I feel like that's a pretty good spot, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking we might have been back at the 2 or 3, so to give us all the way out to the 4 is super nice. Meyer in motion, and we got a flag. He's down in the end zone.
Boy, that might be a safety.
I think it is. I don't know what that flag on the high side is, but
I think that's a formation penalty against the Jays.
And Meyer just lost his footing in the end zone.
Because it looks like we don't have enough guys on the line of scrimmage. You got to have 7. We got 6.
Yep.
Yeah, that's definitely a safety.
Yeah, because I think Mitchell was the only receiver that was on the line.
Yep.
So, that penalty is going to be declined. That is a safety. So if you had a 29-9 score you were projecting, well, that's
not very common.
Not very common at all. Blue Jays will have to free kick here.
I would think with the free kick, typically most teams will punt the football. With Titus's ability to kick off, I have a feeling we might see a kickoff here versus a punt.
Sure.
Oh, we got any
So
other?
not the end of the world on that, because you're really going to shift the field position probably back to something much different, but definitely a much more effective 2 defensive stands here from the Dodgers coming out of half.
Yeah, no stops really in the first half, and then really kind of getting after the Blue Jays there to start. I do got one score update. Winterset is 24, and Clear Creek Amana is 14.
Okay.
Maybe getting a little closer to a score that I thought we would see.
Yeah. So Cram is putting it on the tee. He'll be kicking from the 20. And it'll be interesting because at times we've had a little trouble covering the kickoff. And John Doe and Vidraska both have really good speed back there.
Yeah, this is one that's going to be hard for him to get into the end zone, so we are going to have to probably cover.
He does kick a low squibber that John Doe picks up at the 30, and he's trying to push it to the left side, and Hayworth was in there but not able to get him down.
Flag on the field.
I think we're going to have a penalty on the Dodgers for either a block in the back or a hold.
It's about the 44-yard line.
Look like maybe Hayworth was on the receiving end of that.
Forced out of bounds by number 22, Elijah Larson. Penalty is a block in the back against the Dodgers.
Oh, well, Fuller got knocked in the back and then got driven forward into somebody, so Fuller took the brunt of that shot. Dodgers are going to have it first down at the 31 now.
Well, and after that last drive, you kind of wonder if we're going to continue to see some creativity here out of Fort Dodge. They ran some different things, that little reverse pass or your Philly special, whatever you want to call it.
So
trying to get something to get back in this game.
John Doe and Williams near side. I'm pretty sure that's Vidraska high side. They hand it to Presswood up the middle, and he fights forward back near the line of scrimmage, but not a lot of room to go. Powers and Mitchell and Reha all in there.
On the carry, number 27, John Presswood.
They just haven't been able to get Presswood going.
No, the only real success they've had is out of that diamond formation.
Yeah. 2nd and 10 for the Dodgers.
Which we made the adjustment on that then and brought in another linebacker and pulled out a nickelback. So Carver takes the snap, looking to pass, and some pressure on him. Harms is chasing him down, and
nice
Carver
play.
does the Mahomes flip forward,
yep.
And he's going to get an incomplete pass instead of taking a 7-yard loss. So effective play there by Connor Carver.
Which was a rule change this year, something that they're trying. In years past, that would have been grounding. You have to throw the football to a wide receiver. Nobody was in the area, but now if you
are out of the pocket,
normal rules, out of the pocket, get the ball past the line of scrimmage, it's not considered grounding.
So this time you got Aponte and Williams near side, John Doe and Vidraska high side. He's looking that way the whole way, and Carver's going to take off running, and is that Falsgraf again with a good open field tackle?
Falsey got him by the shoestrings there and brought him down.
So the Bondurant fans are really thinking there should have been a hold on there.
Well, there is a flag. I think.
And because the the right tackle may have completely tackled our guy. That was Cameron Mislin, and he got drugged down to the ground by his jersey. If that's not a hold, well. It is a hold. So
puts the Blue Jays in a similar situation that Fort Dodge had. Do you take the penalty or do you go 4th and 2 or 3? I think if you're Fort Dodge, you'd have to go for it on 4th down. So I think this is probably the right decision to push them back.
So they're going to be back at the 13-yard line. Got to get to the 41, so need 28 on the play.
Especially in high school when things aren't automatic first downs.
Right.
You kind of run that risk a little bit of, hey, you could give up an automatic first down, but they don't really have that.
Carver rolling right, throws back to the left. Presswood was there, but ball's incomplete. Setting up a screen pass, but wasn't able to convert it. So it's going to bring up 4th and long.
It looked like the Blue Jays had that one.
And you got a punt here.
Yes.
I mean,
oh yeah. Blue Jays had that one pretty well covered. I felt like at least to defend the 3rd and
28. Yeah. Like they might have got 10 off of it, but 28 wasn't going to happen probably there. Not without several missed tackles.
I did see him go, I think it was against Denison, for about a 75-yard screen pass. Didn't end up scoring.
And we got flags.
Flag on the field.
Well, if that's a dead ball,
it's got to be on them, right?
Well, it's either offsides or a false start. Looks like it's on them.
So, you're going to bring it back to about the 5.
Got a 4th and 33.
Going to put it at the 8-yard line. Might be a little deep for a fake. We don't really send extra rushers very often, so Barkema looking to catch this and does. Fair catches it at the 43. More guys on the ground pretty much all the time.
Yeah, it looked like Opande took the brunt of that one from Powers.
Blue Jays take over. 1st and 10.
So Blue Jays will start their 3rd possession, I believe, of the half. Looking to get something going. 6:22 remaining. Blue Jays 29, Dodgers 9. And we bring out a 4-receiver set. Cram in the slot to the right. Falsgraf high side. Collison looking to pass the whole way. Gets it out to Barkema. Barkema has a one-on-one. And I'm not sure he ever hit the ground. I didn't hear the whistle up here. But Carson Peterson's going to get credit for the tackle. Barkema's going to get just shy of a first down.
Take a look on the replay here. He's on top of him the whole time. Yeah, he was never actually down.
Yeah.
I don't think the elbow or the forearm hit the ground.
That's a tough call to make. I get it.
I think as a referee, more often than not, you probably blow that one dead.
Yeah. It was just odd because, like, we can hear the whistles a little bit and definitely couldn't hear it on that one. Chain crew getting there some more quality TV time. And that's going to be 2nd down. And we're going to need a closer camera to see that distance.
For me, this has got deep ball written all over it.
Yeah.
You
got time for that risk as long as you don't get sacked.
You know you can get 3rd and inches. Let's take a shot here. We've kind of sputtered a little bit here in the second half, having a punt both times. Let's see if we can't get a quick strike on the board and get a little momentum going here.
Blue Jays have it, 2nd and short.
Go play action.
Barkema and Meyer high. Falsgraf low. Cram in the slot to the left. Caskey next to Collison. Cram in motion. Collison pulls. He's looking for Falsgraf, or actually drops it short to Meyer. I didn't see him coming across the field, but picks up the first down.
Yeah, that's a little wrinkle I don't think we've seen much.
1st and 10, Blue Jays.
A lot of teams definitely go real hard there at that jet sweep action to Titus, and they do a nice job of rolling it back away from that action and finding a wide open Nolan Meyer.
So gain of about 8 on that play. Collison looking to pass again and has Meyer. Good open field tackle there.
I think that's Falsgraf.
It was Falsgraf, sorry. Everybody's got the black sleeves in single digits. Yeah.
Pass is complete from the quarterback.
It was Carson Peterson on the tackle. Gain of 6 on the play.
Number 3, Carson Peterson.
Falsgraf's 2nd reception of the game.
Yeah, it looks like right now the Jays are just trying to spread the Dodgers out a little bit here and just simple throws for Colby. High percentage, easy to read.
Collison looking to pass again. That's Falsgraf again. It's going to be first down. Going to be a gain of about 7 on the play.
Eventually, the Dodgers are going to have to roll that coverage up a little bit, which then allows you to throw the ball over the top a little bit easier.
Pfalzgraff didn't have very many receptions coming into this
6,
game.
I think.
6, okay.
Well, with Burt out, it's kind of opened up a little bit of a spot for him, especially in this 4-wide stuff.
Collison going to keep it, and he's going to run it in to a touchdown. Colby Collison, 12-yard rushing touchdown. He did that same play-action rollout, and nobody was home.
We got Mitchell Caskey walking one of the Dodgers to the sideline. It looked like Caden Lynch definitely having some kind of issue.
So he's the backside linebacker. Caskey goes out. I don't see what happened.
Yeah, I'm not for sure.
It's like
either.
off the screen. I think it's this guy right here.
There was,
PAT is up and good.
like
It's almost like a non-contact, which is
contact
never
injury.
good.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's better than our initial suspicion. Pfalzgrass PAT good, makes it 36-9 Blue Jays.
Definitely need to see the Blue Jays get a drive going there after those first two came up empty. Get a little momentum back on their side.
And really changing up their offense a fair amount there. Going with the wide sets as opposed to the double fullback that we'd been running pretty much the entire first half.
Well, Fort Dodge has done a pretty decent job of taking away that inside run. And it's a good opportunity for Colby to throw it around a little bit more in a spread out type of scenario, because who knows what we're going to need next week against Waverly. I've watched them a little bit on film. They're going to be a tall task for sure.
They run a lot like us, it feel like, as far as a mix of run pass.
Yep, and we're going to have to be able to do multiple things. I don't think we're going to be able to just line up
to hammer it 21 straight times up the middle.
No, I don't think we're going to be able to do that. You're going to have to mix in some stuff.
Caskey's checking with the sideline. The other thing is, you mentioned earlier, Iowa weather for postseason isn't always is great. So the fact that you can get Collison that confidence of making those completed passes again and again, and the receivers also feeling like they can catch those, helps a lot going into next week. Cram's kick is a little deeper this time, going to bounce at the 20, and gets past Jondal. Jondal's going to pick it up at the 5, and the Blue Jays are closing in. That looked like a block on the back. They didn't. Oh, now they are calling it. So there's going to be a few flags in there. I think it's going to be a block in the back at about the 10 or 15.
That's gonna put the ball inside the 10-yard line for Fort Dodge. And I would definitely call tonight a mild weathered night for the playoffs.
Yes.
It really is pretty calm and not that cold.
Right.
You would take this.
The wind has calmed down a lot. The rain that's been here the last week has gone.
You would take this every time for a playoff game.
So they went holding and not blocking the back. Not a huge difference where the play took place.
Still going to be half the distance either way.
So first down from the 6-yard line is where the Dodgers will start their third possession of the half. 5:06 remaining in the third quarter. Jondal and Erickson near side. I think that's, I can't tell who that is way up there. Might be Vidraska way up at the high side, but it might not be. Erickson, the man in motion, takes the jet sweep. And nowhere to go on that one. Misen landed on top. I think Harms and Powers went low. Loss of a yard on the play.
They've had a little bit of success with that play. They scored a touchdown on a similar-looking play, but Jays do a really good job of stretching that thing. No cutback.
So Jondal far right, Vidraska slot left. Carver's looking Vidraska's way the whole way. Pfalzgraff with the defense. Pass was low and outside. Going to bring up 3rd and 11.
Yeah, not really anybody open right now for the Dodgers. They're going to have to find a big play here, 3rd and long, back in their own end zone. They're really in danger here. If not getting this, they're going to give the Blue Jays the ball inside the 50-yard line again.
Pfalzgraff going to take near side of Ponde. Carver rolling left the whole way. slips back to the right, and he's in danger of getting safety. He's brought down from behind. John Powers takes him down at the, might have got out to the 4. Boy, had some pressure in the end zone. I thought he might slip that one.
Yeah, it looked like he had to use the football as a platform to hold himself up there. He was definitely in trouble.
4th and 12 for the Dodgers.
And the Dodgers are getting themselves in a situation where they really can't go for it.
No, I mean, even though you're down 4 scores.
Right. They're bringing on somebody really late. That's Verdreska coming back out. And John Dole with a high punt to the near side. It's going to bounce at the 32 and roll out just past the 40. And they're going to down it at the 44-yard line.
Ended up being a pretty decent punt because when it came out, it did not look like it was going to travel very far, but he might have got about 12, 15 yards of roll there.
But the Blue Jays still start with really good position, 3:31 on the clock, and you're trying to bleed some of this right now.
Yeah, I think maybe you'll see us in that 4 wide stuff again. It looks like personnel-wise that's probably what we're coming out in. You kind of got this game in hand. Probably just want to get to the end of it as quick as possible. Maybe get the running clock going.
We are getting close to that number, aren't we? Collison, screen pass to Caskey. Caskey has some room to go, and he's going to be down at the 25-yard line. Flag late.
I think they're going to get Pfalzgraf there for a hold.
Flag on the field.
Would have been a gain of 19, maybe 18.
Probably going to bring it back. It would be like 1st and 6 or something, 1st and 5.
Pass was completed to number 33, pitcher Caskey.
So it'll still be first down, assuming they bring this back. It'll be enforced from the spot of the foul. It is a hold against the Blue Jays, so they'll take it back to about the 36, which would make it, 2 yards to go.
Got one of my favorite yells there from the crowd. Open your eyes, ref. It's always
there
good.
You go.
So even shorter, 1st and 2-ish, 3-ish?
Looks like 2, despite where our first down or our
Double
play
D,
marker is,
Double D couldn't see where the ball was.
Yeah, well, he's trying to work around some people too. Collison looking to pass, throws it to Pfalzgraf on the out. Pfalzgraf's going to step out of bounds, or driven out of bounds, I guess, as it turned out, at the 27.
Going to have a 15-yarder there on Mosley, it looks like.
Caskey giving House a hug, I think, holding him back maybe.
Little extracurricular right there. We knew it was getting a little bit chippy, and that's another reason why you kind of would just want to get to the end of the game.
Right.
You don't want to see one of your own guys do something silly and not get a play next week.
Call that a gain of 9 to Pfalzgraf for the first down.
Penalty is personal foul against the Dodgers.
We're not going to see that from. We were following the play too well with our video work.
After the penalty, Blue Jays have it.
So Blue Jays have it at the 14-yard line with a first down.
Looks like we're sticking with the 4 wide.
I mean, your same argument, right? It's working.
Could see jet sweep maybe. Nope. No,
Collison
no
looking
motion.
to pass. Quick out. Good blocking. Good protection. Pfalzgraf outside ball out. Oh, almost made a good layout catch. It does look like there's going to be pass interference on it. I like the trust Collison has in the young sophomore trying to get that
I'm
completion.
curious who they're going to call this on.
You think there might be offensive?
He did give a little bit of a push, but I got a feeling it's going to be against the defense.
Offense. Okay, they are going to call it on Pfalzgraf.
Get those arms extended as an offensive player, and a lot of times they'll get you.
So back out to the 29-yard line. First and 25.
Blue Jays have it, 1st and 25.
Well, it looked like that we were going to go back to the heavy set there because I think they thought that
we had it in.
the flag was going to be on Fort Dodge and probably be 10-yard line-ish or so. We're in a tight spread offense here right now.
Is that an oxymoron there? Tight
Yeah.
spread. Collison throws it wide open
Holy
as
cow.
Barkema makes the first man miss, and he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of about 20. He's going to bring up second and about 5.
Got a feeling we got some more confusion here at a Fort Dodge and what the coverage was. I got a feeling that that Cal Hartman probably should have been out in the flat.
So Barkema just did a quick out, and both guys went with Meyer.
Yeah, you really should not be that wide open on a
On a
quick
4-yard out, yeah.
No. And get almost 20 yards out of the play. Now we go back to a little heavy set here.
Cram up the middle, looking to bounce. He's going to try and fall forward. He's going to gain about 2 or 3 on the play. Going to bring up 3rd and short. Dodgers have a guy who, he's up. Okay. He was just stretching out.
I would not like to see Titus stretch the football right there.
Yeah.
That you really run the risk of fumbling the football, and it's not really the situation. Maybe over the goal line, that's about it.
Yeah.
And
Where
even-
it's a dead ball once you cross that line.
And even Belichick will tell you don't stretch over the goal line.
What's he know?
Yeah, not much. Very little.
Has he won games? Legally?
What do we wonder if we're going to take a timeout here?
3rd and 3. It
Well,
does.
it doesn't look like we got a play going in.
No, it looks like we're going to wait till 1 second left and then call the timeout, and we do. So we're going to go first timeout for the Blue Jays. Minute 55 remaining in the 3rd quarter. We'll have a 3rd and 3 coming up. Reminder, stay tuned after the game for the Legacy Bank Player of the Game. Legacy Bank, building legacies one customer at a time. We also have an unofficial sponsor of the Sour Patch Company, Sour Patch Kids. Great sugary snack for all of your Halloween needs.
I do have a final. Indianola 41 and Carlisle 0.
Wow. All right.
And that's why you play the game, because
Yeah.
a lot of times.
I mean, Indianola's we knew Indianola was a really good team. We had kind of had some conversations about Carlisle really coming on late in the year.
Last year we saw them really give Harlan a run for their money, scoring 35, 40 points against them in the playoffs, destroying DCG in the first round last year. And generally just a team you don't want to play because of their style.
Right, and it really is a style conducive to the cold weather. CCA with a 30-yard field goal to make it 24-17. Winner set with the lead and 7:19 to play, and that was 14 minutes ago, so it could be about over. Back to action here, 3rd and 3. Cram behind Collison, hand off to Cram. Cram up the middle, and he's going to pick up the first down, I believe. He's going to be right at the line, actually.
Yeah, I thought he was going to score initially, but just kind of ran into a wall there.
I mean, that first 3 yards came without any contact. But it is a Blue Jay first down.
On the carry, number 6, Titus Cram. Brought down the play by number 3.
I have a feeling you'll probably see another dose of that here from 3 yards out.
I see Colin Glesney was in on that tackle, among other guys. It's been a struggle calling the Dodgers defenders' names just with the silver on white uniforms. Normally we're better about that, but flag on the play. Cram gets ripped down, and then a nice little shot to the
Yeah, that was an
throat there
aggressive
from the.
Flag on the field.
aggressive takedown. It looks like we got a motion penalty on the Blue Jays. Which was maybe a good thing because it was not going to result in a positive play.
No. That is a dead ball, so you don't get the choice of taking it or declining it. First down, goal to go from the 8-yard line.
Now you might see a little something different. Could see that potential of play action, or he got one-on-one with Meyer out here.
Collison looking to pass, rolls out to the right. Nobody out there.
Try to fake the guy out a little bit.
There's too many guys over there for that. Like one guy, you might get that fake. I'm not sure you're going to get 2 or 3.
So what got him here was the snap. This was a timing route, catch it, throw it, but he just didn't have it quite in the right spot. Threw off the timing, and then that was the only guy in the route.
So second down now. Under a minute to go. Assuming this play doesn't stop the clock, it would likely be the last play of the third quarter. Double fullback set. Collison looking for that pass now out to Meyer. Meyer looking to get to the corner, but the Dodgers close, drive him out of bounds. No gain on the play, but they are going to wind the clock as forward progress was stopped, and that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter with the Blue Jays 36-9 lead.
Jays in pretty good control here right now. Just need to finish off this drive with a score.
Going to bring up a 3rd and 8 when we come back out, headed into the south end zone now. Winterset defeats Clear Creek Amana 24-7 to advance to the second round, where they likely get the honor of driving to North Scott.
Going to be a haul.
Haven't seen a final on that one yet. So actually that game was close the last time I saw. Decor punts. North Scott takes it over. Give me a score. 10-7 North Scott, fourth quarter. 5:53 left in the game. Okay.
I watched the Decorah Waverly game, and Decorah is not bad. They really do struggle offensively, so the score doesn't surprise me a whole lot as far as what they have. But the amount that they've held North Scott to is pretty impressive. One of the top scorers in the state in Class 4A.
We would like to remind both teams.
Maybe it's a little windier out there.
Wait for the presentation of awards at the conclusion of this game. We need both teams.
So North Scott has the ball, so they'll try and milk that clock off.
We probably should give one more shout out to our sponsor tonight.
You bet. Austin Sullivan with Hilltop Remax, our local Bondurant realtor extraordinaire. Bondurant knowledge like no one else.
I feel like every time I look on Facebook, the guy's selling another house. Just gets out there and gets things done.
Exactly what you're looking for, and that allows him to sponsor broadcasts like ours. Collison rolls left. And
that's coming back.
It's coming back. Otherwise, it was a completed catch. It would have been a touchdown to Nolan Meyer. There is a flag back in there.
This is a different wrinkle that we've been throwing in here because Fort Dodge has not been able to defend Meyer on this crossing route whatsoever. Rehag got a little aggressive on his blocking.
It's a good takedown. He's getting ready for wrestling season. But it is going to be a hold against the Blue Jays.
After the penalty, Blue Jays have it. 3rd and goal from the 23.
Titans are Lewis Central's leading Spencer 43-7. I'm going to go ahead and count that as a game over. So Indianola and Lewis Central. Lewis Central will have to go to Indianola, I believe, right?
Rematch.
Yeah.
They played earlier this year. I think it was a 14-9 game. Lewis Central had the ball on the 1-yard line with less than 30 seconds to go and didn't end up scoring.
Collison looking to pass and throws it out to Cram. That's high and incomplete. Pressure on the play. Ulrich was the pressure.
So pretty good job there out of the Dodgers. Where did we start with that ball? The
4th and goal from the 23 for the Blue Jays.
6?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Right around the 5, yeah.
And push us back to the 23-yard line.
So we're going to try a 40-yard attempt here with Titus Cram. The wind is pretty dead right now. Kick is up, and it's going to be low and wide left. incomplete, or no good, not incomplete, no good on the field goal attempt.
And another weird high school rule, anytime you have a missed field goal, the ball automatically goes to the 20. So you want to take a shot from the 50-yard line, go for it, the ball goes to the 20. I'm not sure why they have that rule in place, but kind of an odd one, I think, in my mind.
Waverly's up 42-7 after 3 quarters against Cedar Rapids, Washington.
Dodgers take over. First and 10 from the 20.
Dodgers have 4 wide here. Presswood in the backfield behind Carver. Carver looking to pass right away and throws it complete. That's 81. That's Grant Williams on the completion. Good little chuck there. Gain of about 13 on that play.
Yeah, real nice throw. Given pretty good time. Just kind of threads the needle there.
Carver under pressure now, rolling out to the right. Meislin's trying to chase him down. Carver throws it deep, out of bounds, incomplete.
Probably a good decision. He really didn't have anybody open. Does a nice job initially eluding pressure, I believe, from Meislin.
Blue Jays ran a little stunt there. Meislin came in, and I think Harms came around him, and yet Meislin was still chasing down from the outside.
Well, another thing I've noticed them do is they're anytime they pass, they're double teaming Turner with the running back.
That's a smart move.
Yep. Just don't allow him to get going.
Carver's pass intended for Vidraska is high and incomplete.
Initially, I thought that was going to be a pretty good throw, but it was just out of his reach.
Had some pressure again on that one. It looked like coming from the high side, or, well, Meislin jumped, which made it a throw you had to get a little bit of height on.
Looks like Nevada beat ADM 34-26.
3rd and 10 here. Low snap. Carver picks it up, and he's looking to throw deep. And there's a man over there, but Barkema gets a piece of it, and that ball is incomplete.
I think both guys maybe mistimed their jump there just a little bit. Nobody really went up and high-pointed that thing. Dodgers are probably fortunate that Tyson doesn't pick it, and we might be a little fortunate that Jondal doesn't come up and make a play there.
4th and 10 for the Dodgers.
Looks like Winterset held on 24-17. Xavier won 45-8, so they're moving on.
Flag on the play.
Flag on the field.
We have gotten a little flag happy here in the second half. A lot of penalties.
So we're still looking for North Scott to go final. Webster City, Norwalk.
I got 29-13 at the half. Webster City.
Norwalk usually does a good job updating theirs, so that might not be a good sign for them.
You know, well, it was 21-0 at the end of the first quarter. I think you can go ahead and pencil us in.
That snap is high, and Jondal's going to get that kick, though. Good job getting a kick off at all. It's going to get back out to the 36, 37-yard line.
7-yard punt, but really,
but a really impressive 7-yard punt.
Really good 7-yard punt.
That was just a really high snap. Jondal did a good job chasing it down.
That's a situation where if you got a lineman back there as your punter, that's probably disastrous. But
yes.
Jondal, being the athlete that he is able to retrieve that and still get something of a punt off, which, I mean, it traveled almost 30 yards from where he punted it. So a pretty good effort out of him.
Also would have been an opportunity for that double punt. For those of you that watched that game a few weeks ago, still mesmerized by the double punt.
Yep. Never see it again in our lifetime.
Probably not. Cram takes the ball and needs to go down. I don't need those extra hits. Gain of 4 on the play.
It looked like 35, Caleb Lynch kind of made that a first initial play in the backfield.
He slipped the first guy.
Yep. Caleb slowed him down enough.
Brings up 2nd and 6 for the Blue Jays.
The fact that he got 4 yards out of that's pretty impressive. And now we got Caleb Moore in the backfield behind Collison.
So that's telling me that maybe there's something going on with Porter. We really haven't seen him a whole lot. I think I've seen him on kickoff. I thought.
Okay.
I saw him out there.
So we don't exactly know what's – well, it's not that we don't exactly know. We have no idea what's going on there. And so – let's see. Hand off Caleb Moore. Collison falls, but gets back up. He's fine. Moore gets close to the first down. It's going to be about a yard and a half short.
When you get Caleb in there, you pretty much know what's going to happen. He's going right to where the hole is supposed to be. He's going to run downhill. He is great in this type of situation where we're just really trying to run clock, get 3 or 4 yards at a time.
Number 90.
Interception Decorah. Decorah ball at midfield, 4:15 left in the game.
Wow, that would be a huge upset.
North Scout, the probably number 1 overall, I think, in RPI right now.
And Winterset would probably be the happiest of everybody.
Right.
Because then they don't have to drive to North Scott. Decorah would have to drive down to Winterset, which that might be 4 hours.
It's 3 hours in a car.
Yeah.
And you're taking buses, so we got a flag on the play.
Might have been a face mask.
It looks like the official is making he was making the snapping pictures with the camera symbol. I'm not sure what that is, but holding against the Blue Jays. Going to bring 3rd and 12 from the 20 or from the 39-yard line. I mean, sorry.
So yeah, if somehow Decorah pulls that off, that win will grant them a 3 hour and 47-minute drive to Winterset.
That's a car ride, right?
Yeah.
So it's probably longer than that. Maybe that's a 2-day trip. Collison gets the ball out to Caskey and isn't able to come up with it.
Pass is incomplete from Collison to Caskey. Blue Jays have it 4th and 12.
Well, we saw this last week a little bit where we just kind of sputtered a little bit offensively and couldn't get the ball in the end zone. Part of it is the score. I think we're just trying to run the clock out. I think you'd still like to see less penalties and more execution.
Decorah still got the ball. They just got a first down inside the 27.
Oh, boy.
10-7 is that game. We like to multitask. John Powers into punt. No pressure from the Dodgers. Punt is up, angled towards the sideline.
That could be a good
and
one. Could be good.
Turner's not quite able to get there. So it's going to be a touchback.
Punting for the Blue Jays, number 37, John Powers.
We got a flag on the field.
Where are you seeing that up?
Opposite 40.
Oh, okay. Is that a line procedure? Not enough guys on the line of scrimmage. I could see that. We kind of have a flying V look.
Yep. That's what they're going to call.
So
yeah, probably decline that.
Penalty on the field was illegal formation. Penalty was declined.
Not sure you want to run the risk of him punting it again inside the 20-yard line.
Right. I mean, you're not expecting anything of a return there because you're going to have people on you right away. So the best thing you could happen is
and it
touchback,
doesn't look
really.
like Fort Dodge was really trying to block a punt either. So
yeah,
they're probably pretty happy just getting the football back.
Carver with the ball, takes the snap, looking to get the ball away quick, and it's tipped and caught by the second man. That's Javion Jondal. Catches the tipped pass off of Grant Williams.
Wow, that was that was a really nice play out of him. Looking forward to next year, that those two could have quite the numbers.
Yeah,
both juniors.
And he's going to get sacked on that play. Mitchell and Powers, I believe.
Yeah, looked like we were bringing 6 there. Pretty tough for the offense to block our 6.
John Powers.
Going to be an 8-yard loss on that one.
And we do a nice job of playing some games with guys looping them around, and high school linemen aren't real good at picking those loops up.
trips left. Carver turns back to the right side where Jondal is, and Jondal steps out of bounds at the 30 with a gain of 3.
You ever see a play where Turner gets up and doesn't want a flag for holding?
Yeah.
Sets up 3rd and 15 here. Got to think that they're going to take a shot down the field.
I'm just a little surprised Jondal didn't try to make a move upfield on that, but Carver slips the first guy. Powers looking to make a tackle and makes the open field tackle. Gain of about a yard on the play. Will not add to his tackle for loss total, but a great open field tackle nonetheless for a gain of a yard and bringing up 4th and 13.
Well, and to his credit, Carver has done a nice job of avoiding a lot of our pressure and stepping up.
Mm-hmm.
There just wasn't a lot of options for him there. And a really nice open field tackle out of John.
That snap was a little wide right. Carver is able to grab it back and throws it upfield.
Oh, man.
And had Vidraska open.
Yeah, he had about everybody open. I don't know if our guys kind of froze on that bad snap.
Yeah.
But basically all 3 were behind the defenders.
I mean, because
the guy on the sideline was open.
Yeah. Jondal was open to the right side and
I think
far
Tyson,
enough downfield for a first down.
Tyson looked like he was about the only one still in coverage. But Carver just had to kind of throw that thing up as quick as he could and wasn't able to throw it accurately.
So Blue Jays have it. Porter Smith now the ball carrier. So take that for what it is. Gain of 2 on the play.
On the carry, number 27, Porter Smith.
We're getting close to 7 minutes here, so you're getting close to getting out of this thing. Like I've said before, you just want to get to the end of the game now. There's no doubt who's going to win it. Get out of here with everybody healthy.
Right.
No stupid penalties.
No stupid penalties. Jacob Vanderlinden in the game. Bryce Baker in the game. Looks like the other 3 linemen are your starting linemen. So Vanderlinden in at tight end for Cole Mitchell. And we got a false start. Oh. All right, timeout Blue Jays.
Got any update on that?
Tyler finds North Stores for a 6-yard touchdown on a screen pass with 26.5 seconds remaining, and Decorah leads top-ranked North Scott 14-10. 26.5 seconds left. Decorah takes the lead.
That would be that'd be a massive upset.
North Scott number 1 in the RPI. Decorah number 13. For those of you keeping track of such things or not keeping track, and that's why you care what I have to say. That would be huge. Yeah, Winterset very happy with that concept of not having that long of a road trip. Had that chat with their coach's wife. She works at the same insurance company as me, so we were talking football this week.
Nice.
She's super looking forward to a long drive over to, eastern Iowa with a half day off work.
Right. Well, that Winterset then will get a host again at home and really puts themselves in good position to
get to the dome. Yep. Smith takes the carry. Nowhere to really go on that play as the Dodgers pile it up at the 30. Ulrich in on the tackle, and 84 was the lead tackler on that. That's Isaiah Caldwell.
Stopped on the play by number 84, Isaiah Caldwell. Number 90, Jace Ulrich.
And I believe that North Scott, they're the one that gave Xavier their only loss of the year.
Yes.
I think they played
early on.
Second or third week of the year.
Collison, play action, looking downfield to Barkema. Barkema, toe touch, and completes it at the 20-yard line, which is going to be good enough for a first down. They make it look so easy sometimes.
Looks like 66 might be having some problems getting up. I think he's okay, though. Well, maybe not. He's pretty wobbly.
Yeah, I didn't see.
Timeout on the field.
Well, there was a weird pileup on the ground. About 3 or 4 guys were on the ground. I think there's a lot of tripping over each other.
Yeah. North Scott has 22.3 seconds to go 83 yards.
Ooh, at the 17, huh?
They are a passing team.
I don't know if that's enough time. And
You'd like to think a prevent defense would prevent that, and they
they've
would
only-
need a touchdown.
They've only scored 10 so far, so it's not like they've been slinging it around with a lot of success.
Porter Smith takes it to the left side, has a room, and he's going to gain about 8 on that play.
Pretty nice job there out of the Blue Jays, making a nice seam for Porter. And
On the carry, number 27.
really like Porter's style. He is a downhill runner.
Field by number 24, Jake Erickson.
Put that foot in the ground and go.
Jewell finds Jacob Nelson, but Decorah recovers a fumble.
Second and 3.
North Scott is going to take out Decorah. Or Decorah is going to take out North Scott. I said it backwards. I was too excited.
Now you circled the wrong team on your page,
I know.
too.
I know. That's probably why I said it.
Yeah, you wonder if they're running some hook and ladder type of stuff.
Collison looking into the end zone and gets the ball away. Has 2 guys in the corner. Barkema was not able to make that catch. Jake Erickson with a hard hit as the ball got there to dislodge it.
Yeah, I've been super impressed with Jake's play. He does a nice job at safety, staying in coverage,
Yep.
and then once he recognizes run, coming down and
He's
really
a hammer.
feeling, yeah. Right.
Dodgers, number 24,
And
Jake Erickson.
normally your free safety being your leading tackler isn't a great thing, but in this case, he makes a lot of those tackles close to the line of scrimmage. It's a little bit different scenario.
But how many Hawkeye walk-on safeties does that remind you of?
Yep, that's a lot. Another shot
Ball
at
into the
it.
end zone, deep. Meyer incomplete.
Well, do we try a third field goal here?
To his intended receiver, number 5, Nolan Meyer.
Do you have a reason to? I
Right.
mean, I don't know.
It does not look like we're going to.
Brings up 4th and 4.
4th and 4.
And he really has not kicked it very clean on the kickoff
No.
or the field goal lately, so I don't know if there's something going on there.
I don't know if it's the pressure from Jondal off the edge that's making him not
nervous,
swing all the
yeah.
way through. And the other thing is, let's say Jondal gets all the way through there and makes contact with Titus. Do you really want him taking that kind of off-balance hit at this point?
Probably not.
I mean,
all right. You got me convinced. Let's go for it.
Porter Smith in the backfield behind Collison, and they're going to jump offsides. Third one of the game, I believe.
Yep. And give credit to our guys, too. They've done a really nice job of holding their water and not jumping themselves.
Against the Dodgers.
Just another free first down.
Good for a first down. Blue Jays have it. 1st and goal from the 9.
First and goal from the 9.
Guessing you'll see some Porter.
Porter
Smith
takes
here.
it up the middle, tries to kick it to the outside. Good wrap-up tackle. Oh, he's kind of laying on the ground, though. I don't think that tackle went well for him. It's not Erickson, because Erickson's trying to help him up. Is it Egley? So hard to tell from this angle. So there's a man down for the Dodgers. So we got an official's timeout for that.
Well, if we got a little time here, what do you think about picking our legacy player of the game?
Ooh.
You got all the stats over there. Let's hear them. See what our choices are.
Well, I mean, so you got Colby Collison, who is 20 for 23.
Okay.
No, 20 for 26, with
We would like to remind both teams and the fans
about
to wait for the
220, 225 passing. And,
Both teams remain
boy,
on the
just
field.
I mean, he's only got 5 incomplete passes this game. So, 20 of 25.
So is that where we're going?
That feels like a good bet. Super efficient. I know
How many touchdown passes did he have?
we got 2 touchdown passes, right?
Okay.
Nolan and Nolan.
Yeah.
And then we got 2 touchdown runs from Titus. I'm missing a touchdown then, right? Who got the 3rd touchdown? Oh, Colby Ranadin. Forgot about the Colby
Okay,
Ranadin.
well, then that
so
does it
he's
right
got
there.
3 touchdowns. So we're going to say Colby Collison's going to be your Legacy Bank player of the game. Legacy Bank, building legacies one customer at a time. Really efficient game from Colby. Not to take anything away from Titus's running. Very good offensive game overall.
Thought he got him again there to jump.
Pitch out to Titus. I wonder if they got him and they just kind of like, yeah,
There's
we don't
Porter.
want to. We'll let it keep going. Or did I say Titus?
You did.
Pitch out to Porter. I'm reading Titus on the paper and getting distracted. Porter with the carry.
Stopped on the play by number 90.
What
James
did
Forward.
what did Titus end up with for numbers on the night?
Let's see. He ended up with, I got 26 carries and 116 yards, 2 touchdowns. Almost all of that damage done in the first half.
Yep. Which might have been part of the game plan in the second half, is to
Not get him beat up.
lessen the load a little bit for him.
Yep.
Because they were physical runs. Oh my goodness,
And they-
Fort Dodge.
Just jumping.
Flag on the field.
So as we look forward, Blue Jays would head to Waverly Shell Rock next Friday night. Waverly will be 9-1 on the season, coming off a victory against Cedar Rapids, Washington.
They watching them on film a little bit. They're kind of a more old school type of team. A lot of wing T, so you're going to see a lot of fullback trap, fullback lead, and then buck sweep action out of them.
How much of our Carlisle type game plan will transition into that type of game plan?
A little bit. They do not run with their quarterback.
Okay.
It is pretty much will hand off to fullback and running back. Whereas Carlisle, you have to defend. You got to defend that quarterback.
Yeah.
You'll have to defend them in the play action game, defend their quarterback. They did a little bit, spread it out some in a few of the games. But like I said, I watched them play Decorah. And Decorah was pretty solid defensively, and Waverly did have a little bit of trouble moving the ball against them. So I think it'll be a good matchup for our run defense.
Yeah. Holding on that call on Porter Smith's carry is going to bring it back to the 13-yard line, still 3rd down.
Defensively, their front 4, front 3 is pretty good.
Yeah.
They made a ton of plays. I know you mentioned the wrestler that they have. As
Yeah,
the state
McCray
champion.
Haggerty is a
He plays
182 state champ.
He plays DN for them, and he's pretty salty out there. They got a couple guys. They get those single-digit guys playing on the D-line.
Ava Newsom, I think, is the defensive player, linebacker maybe,
Yep.
that's got an offer from Minnesota.
Yeah, they definitely got some talent.
Porter tries to get to the outside. It's going to gain about 2, pushed out of bounds. It's going to bring up a 4th down.
I would say the advantage would have on them is our skill guys versus their secondary. They tend to be a little bit aggressive, and I saw multiple teams kind of hit over-the-top passes on them. If you come up and press Noah Meyer, I don't know if that's going to be a good result without any help over the top.
Well, and you kind of saw that early on, not the press, but the trying to maybe be a little too aggressive on your tackles.
Yep.
And Nolan making a guy miss. Tyson made a couple guys miss. I mean, our guys don't go down easily, and if you got one-on-one in space, you have to make that tackle or you're getting an extra 10 yards.
Which you're most likely going to get because their number one goal is going to be stop Titus.
Yeah.
You got to.
Yep.
And when I say stop, I mean slow them down, and then you kind of work out from there. But I think it's a good matchup. You know, we definitely have a good shot at going up there and getting a W.
As always, this time of year, it'll be interesting to see what type of weather we have.
Yeah, right now it doesn't. I mean, it looks a little cool.
Yeah, I mean it's chilly tonight, but the wind was pretty minor effective, and we didn't have any of the rain later on in the day, so.
We do have a final in the Webster City Norwalk, 57-20.
Wow. So Norwalk starting quarterback got knocked out last week against us. Definitely a different ball game with him in there. Unofficially, think it was a broken wrist, so he probably didn't play tonight.
Yeah, definitely if it's on the throwing hand, which I think it was, definitely wouldn't play.
But they take everything out of the shotgun. Could you even take all those shotgun snaps with a broken wrist on the other side?
With a club? Probably.
Seems like it'd not be great.
Yeah.
Dodgers almost jumped again. Porter taking the jet sweep, and he's going to get down to about the 6. Gain of 5 on the play, but that's going to be a turnover on downs. Dodgers will have it at the 6 with 2:39 remaining.
Blue Jays turning over on downs, 1st and 10, Dodgers.
Let's see, do we have any, maybe some 5A scores?
So what we're looking at for next Friday night, Decorah would go to Winterset. Webster City would have to go to Cedar Rapids Xavier. Bondurant Farrar going to Waverly Shell Rock, and Lewis Central going to Indianola.
I do have Prairie over Bettendorf.
Bettendorf was they won like their last 4, but I think they were only 5-4 coming in.
Gotcha.
Carver with a big run, gain of about 20 on that play, chased down from behind by Eli Larson. Fort Dodge going to try and hurry this up and get something going.
1st and 10, Dodgers.
Both teams still have
Southeast
starters
Polk
out. Well,
advance 57-7.
pressure up the middle. Pass falls incomplete. I don't like the way Cram's grabbing. He's going to get up. I guess Talon Hayworth is in at safety. Titus is out. Otherwise, I believe all starters are in there. Now Caleb Moore is going to come in and bring yet to be determined player off the field.
Probably one of those linebackers.
Looks
Looks like Meislin.
Oh, there you go. I didn't see him coming off.
Got to use your peripherals.
Well, yeah. Sometimes we get these windows that block our ways, too. Carver looking to pass. Fires up downfield. It's going to be complete right at the first down marker. We got a lot of action going on in the backfield between Fulton and one of the linemen. Brock Turner coming in to make sure Fulton doesn't do anything dumb.
Let's see if we can't. Well, can't see it. The camera moves down the field. Maybe a little blocking after the play.
Snap is low. Carver picks it up, and he gets the ball off. And Meyer took a run at it. Nebraska, trying to make it upfield and gets brought down at the 40.
Tell you what, that was some arm strength on that throw right there.
Yeah.
He was moving to his left, and that ball probably travels 35 yards in the air. Does let's see, you got your baseball stats for him. Yep, he does play baseball. I'm guessing he probably pitches a little
right.
bit. And a shuttle hurdle qualifier.
Another one bouncing. Picks it up. Maybe he should play basketball the way he's dribbling the ball and picking it up off the bounce. Pass incomplete, out of bounds. Porter Smith coming in, Brock Turner coming out. Noah Winger coming in, Quentin Fulton coming out. Bryce Baker coming in, Tyler Harms coming out. Little shuttle relay time.
So it looks like we got a sub just about every position right now. We got
still got Nolan in and Barkham in and Eli in.
And Faltzy's almost a
So
starter.
the front 7. Carver goes deep, has John Doe in the middle, and is not able to secure the ball. Barkema with the solid hit from behind afterwards, and that's going to be 3rd and 10.
That was a really nice delivery out of Carver, and I think John just got a little ahead of himself there, thinking he was scoring before he caught the football.
Dodgers bringing in a sub. This is Tyler Crimmins coming in, and I think it was Keaton Nichols maybe that went out. 1:37 on the clock. Carver ball on the ground, and I have no idea.
I don't
Who's
know.
got
If,
it?
I don't know if they got it.
Okay.
I don't know if they've made a switch at center, but almost every single one of those has been short and to the right.
Yeah. Jordan Ryle coming in. Might be a meaningful name for the Dodgers fans on the broadcast. His family's up from Fort Dodge. Sam Fuller in the game for the Blue Jays. Carver drops back looking to pass. Porter almost got there. Ball falls incomplete.
That was a good pass rush out of Porter there. He was coming pretty hard off the edge and really forced Carver to make a bad throw.
And that'll be a turnover on downs. Blue Jays will have it with 58 seconds left. I imagine you're going to kneel on it twice,
Yep.
hopefully, and be
Should
done with
see
it.
a victory formation here and be done.
So I guess with that, since we will be on the road next week and then hopefully in the Dome the week after that, this will be the final football broadcast for the Blue Jay Digital crew. So quick shout out to all the students that have been helping run this broadcast between camera work and getting those great shots down low, as well as all the other work you see that allow Josh and I to just sit up here and talk. Great work from Mr. Seidel's class, and we appreciate being able to be a part of it.
Yeah, it's always a ton of fun. Love seeing these guys and the season that they've put together. Really got a special group of kids here, a ton of talent, and quite honestly, they put it together. There's no reason why they can't compete for a state title.
Yep. And one of those roadblocks is out. So.
Yeah. If you're looking at matchups, that's probably the team we don't want to play. Is North Sky.
Inside.
Yeah. Because with their ability to sling it around. Yeah. So that'll definitely be advantageous for us.
Got to get through Waverly Shell Rock first. So that's our excitement for next Friday. But, yeah, great game. Thanks again, Austin Sullivan, for your willingness to sponsor this broadcast, and Legacy Bank and their player of the game that went to Colby Collison. And overall, just a great season. Bird's Nest all year long sponsoring those games. And I guess it's just a great night to be a Blue Jay.
Yep.
So I think for that, good night. Go Blue Jays.